So we can't give it to her,
14!
Case 14 is Pilar.
I'm so excited for you. So excited.
Comes back to deep in front of him. McCarty cross. McCarty in.
Signal. I'm not saying it was intentional, but
Welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It is June 16th. I'm your girl, Pilar Laster. We've got DMac. We've got Tom Mazaway in the house. We've got Fish in the fishbowl. Alex keeping us honest. And, of course, we do have Kennedy manning all of our social media. So make sure that you are joining in on the conversations at Woodward Sports across the board. You can also give us a call, 313-552-6322. Guys, don't forget, we will be qualifying somebody in that 4 o'clock hour today for their chance to kick this football 35 yards into our Jeep truck bed, and it's got to sit there. And if you get that to happen, you, my friends, will win $25,000.
What are you looking for, Vaz?
In
Sorry,
crypto.
Tyler.
Nothing. I was making
currency.
sure he
Yes,
was ready to go with my stuff. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So make sure that you are near a phone so that you can give us a call when it's time so you can get qualified. 313-552-6322. You know, sometimes, guys, I just try to keep, like, my blinders on and just look forward, and the peripheral vision just kind of sees what's going on. But then it takes one of you guys to actually call it out.
I got to call it out because people at home are seeing what I'm seeing. I'm watching it on the monitor. They're going, what is he doing?
I know.
I'm
What's
trying to get
up?
Alex's attention. That's all.
Okay.
But
All
he was looking down.
Oh,
But we're
okay.
good.
Well, we're all good
We're
now.
good.
We're all good now.
Wanted to
Sorry,
make sure.
sorry to interrupt you during your crypto
No,
kick
it's-
segment.
We've got our
Crypto kick.
kick for crypto.
Yeah, kick for crypto
Yes.
coming up at 4.
Yeah. So don't forget we're doing that. Also, we do have Jim Brandstatter joining us here shortly. So we're going to have a great show lined up for you guys. But first, Tom Mazaway, let's get to your sports update.
All right, let's do it. Brought to you by our good friends at MyBookie, our studio sponsors as well. They sponsor our update every day. MyBookie.ag. You can get them at MyBookie.com as well. Use that promo code Woodward, and you get your first deposit matched halfway up to $1,000. And if you like, you want to give it a shot, just put some bets in. There's some day baseball games going on now. Tigers are playing right now. You can use a free bet if you've never tried it before. Try online betting with MyBookie.ag or .com. Use Woodward 10, and you get a free $10 play thanks to Adam. What
You
up,
can
Fish?
also bet on the Stick vs. Easy fight.
That's right, Stick versus Easy. We'll tell you about that coming up. That's a little family feud we got going here. Tigers going for the sweep in Kansas City this afternoon. Just tied at 1 right now in the third, but wait a minute. Nope, it's a 2-run homer from Salvatore Perez. So now the Royals lead it 3-1. Tarek Skubal on the hill for the Tigers. They beat the Royals last night 4-3. Another quality start for Casey Mize, and he's got quite a glove on the defensive side. Check this out.
Listen to this.
Oh,
Look at this.
Wake up. Wake up. Look at that. He had his eye all the way right on it.
Boy, that was
See?
headed
Clutch.
for his ear hole.
He had it all the way, didn't he? A couple more hits from Miggy. That's 5 in the last 2 games, and we're going to talk about that plenty. But we're going to talk about Tyler Glass now, one of the best pitchers in baseball. Definitely the Tigers, their Rays ace in Tampa Bay. He's blaming Major League Baseball for their crackdown on foreign substances for his elbow injury. He might be facing Tommy John surgery. We're going to talk about this coming up in just a bit. Tampa Bay, by the way, leads the majors at 43-25. NBA, lots of news today. All of it bad. NBA Sun star Chris Paul has entered COVID-19 health and safety protocol. Not saying if he has COVID or not. They might have said he might have bumped into somebody with COVID. Not even sure if he's vaccinated or not. He is out indefinitely. Phoenix, meanwhile, holds their breath and hopes the Clippers and Jazz go 7 games because they play the winner in the NBA Western Finals.
did you just say he didn't know if he was vaccinated or not?
No, I said we don't know. Maybe I said he, but I meant we.
Okay, all right.
He
I
really
said
should
we.
be if he's the president of the Players Association, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, he probably is
Well,
vaccinated.
they have that choice, though. Some people don't want to do it.
Some people don't want to do it.
But
Absolutely.
he didn't say that.
No. It was
Okay.
me. If I'm bad English, we don't know. I personally don't know if he's vaccinated. He might be. He might be.
But is this whatever the protocol and stuff like this?
He's still got to sit out. They did say if he was vaccinated, he could come back quicker than if he wasn't vaccinated. That I do know.
Yeah.
That I read.
Okay,
And
but
it does help that his team just sweep the Denver Nuggets,
Yep.
and they're
they
probably
just
got
what, Alex?
What's that?
They just swept? They just swept?
They just
I'm on
swept.
English kick today.
See,
What
we're
do you want?
going to call you out too, man. Anyway, more NBA news. They're hoping the Clippers-Jazz go 7 games, but don't hold your breath because the Clippers and Jazz play tonight. They play Game 5, series tied at 2. Well, the Clippers aren't going to have Kawhi Leonard. First, they said he's probably going to be doubtful for tonight's game. Then an hour later, they said they're not sure if he's going to get back before the series is over. Now they're saying he might be done for the year because he might have tweaked his ACL the other night in Game 4's blowout win at home. So Kawhi Leonard might be done, and that means the Clippers will be done.
My question to you, Maz, are we seeing these injuries? Obviously, we saw LeBron not up to par, Anthony Davis, all these stars. Is it because of the quick turnaround in the season?
Sure looks like it. And LeBron is all over Twitter right now saying, I told you so. I told you need to spread everything out, and that's why they take those games off. Game load management, they call it. Remember, load management, what a load that was. But you know what? I guess the older you get, Chris Paul is always hurt, but now he's hurt again with COVID, not injured, but out, and now Kawhi Leonard is out. It's bad news for the NBA. You need your superstars. It's a superstar league. A superstar showed up last night. We're going to talk about that in a minute. You won't believe how he showed up. By the way, Jazz and the Clippers tonight, Hawks and Sixers from Philly, Game 5. That series tied at 2. Stan Van Gundy out as the Pelicans head coach after 1 year. That's it. SVG is gone, and Scott Brooks out in Washington. LaMelo Ball of the Hornets named Rookie of the Year about a half an hour ago. That came out. Last night, the superstar of them all, Kevin Durant. The Nets come back from 17 down to beat the Bucks 114-108, 49, 17, and 10. The best triple-double for a superstar, and I don't remember how many years it's been. He played all 48 minutes.
That's the most
of
impressive.
This game.
That's
Isn't
the
that
most
something?
impressive stat. And you know what, Maz? You got 50 off me for that, but I pay for star players to give me that type of performance. My question to you, can he do it a couple more? Can he do it again?
He's going to have to.
Well,
James Harden played last night, but he's more like a decoy. He was a 1 for 10, 5 points. Obviously, he played a couple of minutes in Game 1. Last night he played a few more, but do they play him in Game 6 or do they give him a rest? We'll see. That's Game 6 tomorrow. But here's a little montage of KD's night last night with Marv Albert, of course, on the call.
Of course.
The first 2 games were not the case in Milwaukee. Beautiful crossover by Durant and quarter. Durant with the pull-up.
That three-pointer.
Durant tonight led by, Trae Young, 25 points. Durant off the head fake. 11 of the last 14 points for Milwaukee. Tucker defending Kevin Durant. Takes it to
And Durant, so see if they have anything left in the tank.
quarter. Bruce Brown is back on the floor for the next. Durant, as we get underway here in the fourth. Durant, yes. We think that was right from the start. Durant,
You know what I love, man? Is the
Durant,
fact that they were 17
using the
down,
screen for
and as
three.
a true GOAT,
Himself or his teammates.
top of the world, you got to take over that game, and you got to do that. So, if that was definitely he went out and did it.
He didn't come out. He didn't come out of the game. That
No,
tells
that's
you
the
everything.
biggest.
No,
That's
that
the
tells you
biggest
everything.
thing. Yep.
He told his coach, Steve Nash, I'm good. I feel good. And let me tell you something, guys and gals. He's not even in shape yet. Kevin Durant played a quarter of the season, if that. Just wait till the Slim Reaper gets in shape. I'm not sure if the Nets are going to take it off the sheet here, but they might. They might not this year, but when he's right, there's nobody better than him.
Hey, Maz, I want to give you give me the minute. I want to give you 30 seconds here to look in that camera and tell all those clowns that chirped you when you're 5% Kevin Durant with the ball, you tell them that you know this. Hey, I'll get on you for whatever I have to, but I got to give you your shine. So tell them, because you called this, Maz. You called your shot. Give it to him.
There was a Twitter poll maybe 2-3 nights ago. And who would you want to have take the last shot? Or who's the most clutch player in basketball? I forgot how it was worded. So they have the obvious. They got Steph Curry. They got
Dame
Lillard. They got Kevin Durant, and there was one other player. LeBron James was the other player. I voted for Kevin Durant. All of a sudden it pops up how many people voted for what? Kevin Durant, 5%. Wow. 5%. So I stuck it to my guy, Johnny Mac, and the rest of my Twitter proteges, and I'm like, I guess he's pretty good, huh? KD is pretty damn good.
No, I guess you know something every now and then.
You know what they said to me the other night? Maz, you don't watch basketball. Because I wrote to them, I'm like, how the hell does KD only have 5% of your votes? And then someone wrote, well, obviously we watch basketball. I'm like, yeah, what do you watch it out of your ass?
Yeah, just because he had a good game, he didn't take the last shot last night.
Right.
Because they didn't need the last shot. So
The point's irrelevant. Fish, you're too black and white.
Listen,
on that one.
Fish, he ran out of gas at the end of that game.
He didn't need to. He got him up enough where he was like,
going.
let me get out of reach. I'm just going to cruise.
yeah, but the question was...
No, that was a different. That's not... He added that to the conversation.
Maz,
You're right to the question. Right. Let Maz have his shine. Let's not get in his stuff about the last shot. You're technically right. I want Maz to shine off right here because he called
get
it
off my
Durant.
ass, Fish.
Maz, do you remember who was leading that vote? Because it better have been Damian Lillard.
It was Dame
It was
Lillard.
Dame.
A
I
little
voted
bit,
for Dame.
A little
I
bit
saw
over
the poll.
Steph. A little bit over Steph.
Kevin on social media just wrote, who the heck, in all caps, would vote for LeBron?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think Woodward Sports put that thing out. Let's look for it. Look for the Woodward Sports from 2 nights ago and see if they put out that.
I would say, do we have the results? Now I want to see what everybody voted for.
We'll find.
Overall.
Yeah, I want to see the final results there. Anyway, Jeff Green finished with 27 points last night. He's the forgotten guy. 7 3-pointers. Brooklyn's up 3-2 heading into Game 6 tomorrow in Milwaukee. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs last night on the West Side. Well, I digress. I made a mistake. Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. Vegas looking to go up 2-0 on the Montreal Canadiens. That's in Vegas. Last night, the Lightning, as predicted by DMac and Alex, beat the Islanders 4-1. They even that series up at a game apiece. Game 3 tomorrow night at the Old Barn at the Nassau Coliseum on the island. But pretty dominant. There was 1-1 for a bit, but I guess the guys took it over. DMac will break it down later on his NHL playoff preview. We got a lot on our NHL playoff preview, by the way.
We do.
And on this day in sports, we start off in the NHL. Let's take you back to 1998. You see DMac's shirt? Show DMac's shirt.
I just
The
learned today
Russian
what
5.
that means. Russian 5.
The Russian 5.
Did Russia win yesterday, Fish? That was my pick.
They played this morning and they did win. Yeah, they won.
All right, went 3-0 yesterday. Let's go.
Did Turkey win? Because
Hey,
I wanted them to
wait,
lose.
this is all about
Excuse
me. When
me.
did it turn all about you?
Listen,
You two can have your little conversations.
Russian
Maybe
soccer team.
listen.
on this day in sports in
And Putin and
1998.
Biden are meeting in the summit in Geneva. So here we go.
Listen, I'm going to make this about you in a second, man. On this day in 1998, I literally shit myself on my way to Washington, D.C. in that little propeller plane from Philadelphia to
Again, it's
D.C.
about everybody but me.
to watch Game 4 between the Red Wings and the Capitals, and the Wings took it off the sheet. Check it out.
Chris Draper said today, we can't wait to hand the cup to Vladimir Konstantinov in the wheelchair. That will make everything we've worked for worthwhile.
Wow. Chris Draper actually said something very poignant. That's what it's all about right there. You know, and the biggest thing, you remember at the end of that how just exhilaration of accomplishment. for something bigger than yourself. It was awesome.
That moment brought tears to my eyes, and when I saw it right now again, it still brings tears to my eyes. I saw it in the documentary you guys had me watch. Oh.
That was at the Joe, right, in Washington, D.C.?
That was in Washington.
I said I was at the Joe in Washington,
D.C.
Dude,
I'll tell everybody there was, if they had 18,000 people there, 12,000 were Red Wing fans. It was unbelievable. And even the
Capital
class that the Washington Capitals and their fan base showed, even there, was everybody was cheering because they realized there was a bigger moment than hockey and stuff. So it was an accomplishment, and that's why we wore "Believe" on our shirts.
That's right. Hockey's class, right? We said that yesterday. Look at that guy. What was his name again?
Sergachev.
I
told you. Hey, Alex, the karma train.
You got it. By the way, middle of the fourth, 3-1 Royals right now in Kansas City. Tigers are trailing.
All right, there you have it, my friends. That is your Mazda Sports Update and your This Day in Sports. When we come back, we're going to be getting to our big hook. More Bo Schembechler. Here we go again. More Bo Schembechler fallout from today's press conference. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning in to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Start a new career in an industry that is always essential, the heating and cooling industry. Learn more today by visiting northwesterntech.edu. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, let's get to our big hook on this Wednesday afternoon. More drama that keeps coming up on this whole University of Michigan scandal. I'd like to say, when is it going to be over? I wish it was over, guys. I wish that there's not more and more press conferences that you just keep shaking your head to.
But I disagree.
I wish it was. I'm not saying like I wish that this. I just wish that this wasn't happening. I wish that this wasn't real.
All do, but,
I wish.
Right. Okay. But we're beyond that, and now the fact that we might be able to get answers that we really need, so this can't go on again by a lot of people. We got obviously Jim Brandstatter, one of the voices of U of M football, obviously the player, and so well respected, not only by me, by a lot of people, to tell exactly what his side of the story. And as Maz said, is that we got to bring the facts and what people are saying, and it's unfortunate, but it's through these times that we got to hit them head on. So today, there was some stuff that went on down at UM today, Maz?
Yep, they lots of players, lots of regular students, athletes, wrestlers, even the sports announcer was involved in this. And Angelique Shengelis covering it for the Detroit News, the angel of the big house. She covers it as well as anybody. She got to interview lots of guys. The first one we're going to go to is John Vaughn. He's the running back for Michigan back in 89 and 90. He was a terrific running back. As a matter of fact, he went to the NFL early. He, Rocket Ismail, and a few of the other college stars got the NFL to accept them as juniors. So they went into the NFL. He was drafted by the New England Patriots, actually led him in rushing a couple of years, then traded to Seattle. So he's been around. But John Vaughn wanted to have his voice heard today. Angelique Shengelis with John Vaughn.
Of a man that personally did harm to me, but personally gave me tools that I've carried into my life. So there are still things that I do 31 years after meeting Bo that I still do today.
How do you reconcile that?
You pray that he has peace, because I have peace. It was a tumultuous year. There were sleepless nights, there were threats, there were times I was moving hotels every 4 or 5 days because people were following us home, breaking into our email. It was crazy, just for speaking the truth. I mean, there were things that my mother told me about the civil rights who is now passed that I was like, how am I living this? Just by telling the truth. And we're really just talking about a football game where I have teammates currently dealing with prostate cancer that have died from prostate cancer. I've gotten to know Chuck Christie. There are guys that are scared to go to doctors. Like, that blows my mind because of what they went and dealt with at the University of Michigan. So that legacy is on him. I hope that he died with peace. I hope that at some point in time his family comes to reconcile the fact that my father wasn't that perfect. But that's okay. He did some great things for the city. He did some great things for college football. And let's not forget, we're still the winningest program in college football history, even though we can't beat Ohio State right now.
That's John Vaughn, again, running back for Michigan. I know Michigan fans remember him. He was terrific here in Ann Arbor, and look how he makes light of it at the end. And his last words were, "My name is not John Doe. I am John Vaughn." And that's a hell of a powerful thing, because when you read all these things from these lawyers and everything, it's John Doe said this, Jane Doe said this. He said, "I'm not John Doe. I'm John Vaughn," and obviously a proud Michigan football player. Another guy that Angelique got to talk to was actually the student sports announcer. His name is Richard Goldman. Now, he actually doesn't blame Bo. He blames the athletic director, Don Canham.
No comment. No comment whatsoever. Not about his son. Again, his family, Bo's family doesn't matter in this. Don Canham's family does not matter in this. Robert Anderson's family does not matter in this. It is to be laser focused that Don Canham is the one that matters. There's nobody else in that athletics department who could have done anything. He was the virtual god, as everybody called him, of the athletics directors. And as the virtual god, he had the opportunity in the 60s, 70s, but he had that opportunity over those 3 years. If we let everything else go, he could have stopped going forward hundreds of other students and athletes being assaulted, that's the best way to put it, by Dr. Robert Anderson. If we put all of this where it needs to be and forget the circuses that everybody has created, it boils down to one man and one man only, and that is Don Canham.
We're putting too much.
Again, that is the student sports announcer back in those days when Dr. Anderson was in charge. So now you've heard from several football players. You've heard from two of Bo's sons. And now you've heard from a student, not an athlete, but a student. And now you're going to hear from the wrestler. And his name is Tad DeLuca. And he speaks out as well today. Or if you remember this wrestler, he wrestled back in 1975, tried to get everything taken care of, went to his wrestling coach, basically told him, "Get the hell out of here. I don't believe you." So here he is. This is Tad DeLuca, the wrestler.
Yes, I'm saying that the investigation done by the University of Michigan hired law firm Wilmer Hale is not enough. Regents, Amer, Bean, Bernstein, Illich, and others, you supported and contributed to Dana Nessel's campaign. If you trusted her to look out for the citizens of the state of Michigan, why can't you trust and have faith in her to conduct a true, in-depth investigation of the University of Michigan for us and all the hundreds who are not here today? Regents, I have demand here, and I don't want to use demand because I don't want to appear angry. Regents, please show compassion and cooperate with Attorney General Dana Nessel's Office for Truth and Transparency. Thank you.
One of the names mentioned in that is a Regent Illich. You hear the Illich name mentioned in that as well. So there's some big names.
Denise, right?
Yeah, Denise Illich. Wow. But it's the Illich family name. I mean, there's a lot of powerful people.
Hey, with great power come great responsibility.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think that the most poignant thing that I heard there, obviously, the facts, and I think John Vaughn is looking, like he said, he has peace, and he's looking for all the other survivors or victims, the for peace and stuff like that. But you know what? I think that obviously the responsibility of the Board of Regents and different things, but hey, don't take my word for it. Let's take it from the man himself.
Yep, and we're gonna get to the man himself, my good friend Jim Brandstatter. Everyone loves Jim Brandstatter in Michigan, and he's going to join us right after this quick break on The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. And we're back on The Hook here on Woodward Sports Network. Tom Azaway alongside Pilar Lastra and Darren McCarty. And we welcome in a good friend of the state of Michigan. Everyone loves him. It's Jim Brandstatter. He's the radio voice of the Michigan Wolverines, longtime radio voice, analyst for the Lions forever. He is Mr. Michigan, and we love to have you on, Jimbo. And we're here. We give the information out, Jim. Everyone has heard. Everyone has their own opinions. I want people to hear everything, and that's why I have you on. I know there was no one closer to Bo Schembechler than you, Jim.
Yeah, I appreciate the fact that you'd like to have both sides of the story out there, Maz. That's a good deal. Pilar, Darren, good to see you both.
Great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
I'm glad to be here. And again, you said that I'm one of the most loved guys, not lately. I guess defending Bo Schembechler is there are other people out there that are not so sure about it. I think the idea of at least having the opportunity to defend yourself is the American way. Bo Schembechler doesn't have anybody to defend him. And I think that he was one of the guys that I've met in my life that had the most integrity and character of anybody I've ever met. And they're basically crucifying him and destroying him and his reputation on, in my opinion, difficult things to prove. It's like, I say this, so therefore it is true. In any court of law, anybody deserves a vigorous defense. And I think that Bo deserves that defense also. And believe me, I have great sympathy. And anybody who has suffered at the hands of sexual abuse, it's abhorrent behavior, and I have the greatest sympathy in the world for them. But I also think it's fair to defend a guy who's getting trashed, in my opinion, with no real solid evidence. I don't want to call it hearsay, but it's close to that. And in most cases, somebody has the ability to fight back. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. And you guys can go ahead and ask me questions about, and again, I want to get this clear. I'm not trying to trash the accuser or the victim of sexual abuse. That's not the thing here. The suggestion is that Bo Schembechler knew this was going on, criminal sexual behavior on his watch with a doctor that he knew, and I find that to be really, really hard to believe based on the man that I knew. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm going to stick to it.
I love it because it's your conviction, Brandy. And my question to you, right, being because you've been there, you're around there, yep. Who had, at the end of the day, who did it end with? Was it Don Callum that had the last say, or Bo Schembechler when it came to the Michigan way? Or because I think the thing that I have the hardest time is that you look at Bo and everything you said about him is everything that I believe and everybody else believed. But if the buck stopped, did it stop with Bo, or is Callum more at fault because really he had the more power? And I think it's just because it's so unbelievable that this could go on underneath of Bo because of what you said of him. So, like, for clarity.
And Darren, you're right. You're right. That's the whole part. It's unbelievable to all of us who knew Bo Schembechler. And your comments are right. If in fact, and again, I'm not claiming that some of these instances didn't happen. I will tell you that I went to Dr. Anderson for physicals when I was playing football at the University of Michigan. And in every instance, I felt that they were done professionally. It was done at the time, and this is 1969 through 72, as a standard medical procedure. I had the physical for the United States military. the exact same one, when I was of draft age, and I went to Fort Wayne in Detroit and had a physical, got the same one, and had the prostate exam. So this was standard operating procedure at the time, okay? And I think you need to look at that in context. Who had responsibility? Darren, I think that the entire university and the president of the university and the administration, if they knew this was going on by one of their employees, it falls to the entire university, not just the athletic department. So, and are you going to indict everybody? Robin Fleming was president of the university when this was going on. Are you going to take his name off of the administration building? Your point about the buck stops here, well, in our history, Harry Truman, the president of the United States, had that little saying right on the front of his desk. If that's the case, then maybe, I don't know, you look at the university as a whole, and it's a bad mark. There's no question on the university. But to lay it all on Bo's lap, when Bo, I believe, felt that if there were any criminal sexual abuse going on, he wouldn't have put up with it. He would have stopped it immediately. And again, I'm not the only one saying that. There are a lot of people out there that agree with me.
Jim, do you believe that the victims that are speaking up and speaking out were actually abused?
You know, Pilar, I'd love to say that yes or no, but I can't get into their head. Right. I don't know, what they experienced in their physicals with Dr. Anderson. A lot of charges and a lot of just ugly details have come out for that. Mm-hmm. I can only speak to my experience. And every time I was Anderson, it was professional, and I never felt at any time that I was abused. That's all I can speak to.
And I
don't.
That honestly, that's the hardest part, right? Because I feel that there's so many people that can say Dr. Anderson was nothing but professional. Bo was nothing but this amazing stand-up guy, and to see him as anything different would be no way would he know.
But they had a nickname for him, Pilar.
The doctor.
They had a nickname for the doctor.
That's what I'm saying. But then I feel that there's many people that can say that there was nothing but great experiences, very professional experiences with the doctor, and then so many other people, I mean, over 800 people have said that they've had an inappropriate experience with this doctor. And nobody's really around anymore to even defend themselves, right, which is the hardest part. How does the university just make this right for everybody?
Well, it's really hard to square, and it's your point exactly. There's so many different stories, and yet so many other people didn't have the experience with Dr. Anderson that those of us who went to him for a number of years. I mean, I know guys that went to him for 20 years. And at one point, I've just learned that he was a volunteer doctor for the Ann Arbor school systems and actually gave physicals to junior high and high school football players. And again, this stuff comes out 40 years or 30 years after the fact. So we can all look at these facts, and we all have to make our own determination of what's going on. Regarding Maz, Tom, you're remarkable. We made jokes about him. Darren, you've been in a locker room.
Yep.
Locker rooms are a different place, and there is nothing I don't think that's said in the locker room that's politically correct. And everybody makes jokes about everybody. Your own girlfriends and the coaches and trainers and that kind of stuff, in my opinion, is to suggest. And I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, Tom, but because we made jokes about Dr. Anderson's procedures doesn't make it at the time like it is a criminal sexual assault. That's all I'm saying in regards to that kind of thing.
Jim Brandstatter joins us, the voice of Michigan football. You heard him on the Lions for years and years. We miss you, by the way. You were the best in the business with the Lions, man. It's not the same. Not the same.
Hey, you're good people. I appreciate that.
Hey, well, we mean it. But you know what, Jim? It's hard because we're in this day and age where people are allowed to speak their truth, and it's call it what you want. People call it a cancel culture or whatever words they want to slap on it.
Right. You guys might be able to help me out here too, because I'm getting a lot of heat for saying, listen to the accusers. Are they in any way, shape, or form, do they have a responsibility to be quote-unquote cross-examined or questioned in some way on little details? because I'm finding that when I do that, I'm the guy that's the bad guy. And I know, for instance, look at context. Matt Schembechler said he was sent out on his bike by himself, by his mother, Millie and Bo, to get a physical at a doctor's office by himself. Now, I know both of those people, Millie and Bo. That, to me, is something that doesn't ring accurate, because I don't think any mother, even today, would do that with a 10-year-old son. And today there was a press conference where a gentleman said that he went, and again, this is a little fact, a little thing, but he was quoting him. He said that he was in Bo's office, explained what happened, and walked down the hall to Canham's office, and Bo went in and started screaming at Canham. Now, here's a little thing. If he is so accurate with the memory about what happened, wouldn't he know that Bo Schembechler's office was one floor above Don Canham's office and not down the hall? That's a fact. That's all I'm telling you.
Yeah, but
it's a long time ago.
But
Jim,
is that wrong? Is that wrong to question that the memory?
I think that everything what you're questioning comes to my question to you, which is what I hope moving forward is that the Attorney General and the Regents let it open up and let's investigate it and all these questions.
There you go.
Right? Do you agree with me? Because I agree. Brandy, I understand. I think that people don't, and this is what I was telling Maz earlier, is that the compassion and your truth to what you experience is as important, because it is Anderson, the predator, and it is to find out the responsibility of that Bo and Don Canham and Robin Fleming and everybody at that university, so it doesn't happen again. So the more that it opens up and the questions can be answered by the right people, I think we will get to the bottom of this, which is what we all want. Am I correct? That's what you want?
I think you're absolutely correct, but I want that examination, if you will, Darren,
yes,
to be done to everyone involved. Not be labeled as the guy that is trying to trash the accuser. I'm trying to get at the truth. That's all I'm trying to do.
Absolutely, I can see that too.
Right, and in one of the press conference videos that we just saw, one of the guys was saying that what he wants is for the university to comply and cooperate to get the truth. And I'm sure that and at least I would hope that they would have a licensed professional that deals with sexual abuse cases like this, because I know people who work with people that are being abused, and it's awful. It's absolutely awful. And a lot of things that do happen is that when somebody's young, even at the age of college, they replay this, and they try to block it out. Like, no, maybe it didn't happen like that. Was this really inappropriate? They try to justify what happened for so many reasons that for them to get small, minor details, I think, especially years later, I feel is going to be normal. But I would hope that they would all
listen,
have
this
their
isn't
theory,
the first. This isn't the first. It's
that's what I'm saying.
happened.
There's 800 over.
My
800
question,
people.
Brandy, is because this is you look at Penn State, you look at Michigan State, Nassar, Sandusky. This thing seems to be more cultural than anything. So how do you get to the bottom of it? It's like you said, you got to ask all the questions.
Yeah.
Every question.
And again, I understand, Pilar, your points. That something happened to somebody represses all that stuff and it goes away a lot. But my point is also this: a man spent his life building a reputation of great character and integrity, and I think he deserves a defense. And I don't want to get into the psychology of repressed memories and all this other stuff, but in my judgment anyway, a vigorous defense includes checking the stories of both sides.
Sure.
To make sure, and looking at the standards of the day. And I'm not denying the fact that some of these people have a reality where this stuff happened to them. I'm not saying it didn't. Mm-hmm. It didn't happen to me, but I'm saying that there are things that Bo Schembechler, over the course of his life, there is no indication in other instances when there were problems within his football team. The guy was involved in a lawsuit with agents, and he went to the FBI himself to expose wrongdoing within his team and went and testified for it. He did the same thing on a steroid case. I've got a former FBI agent who lives in Ann Arbor who worked with Bo for 31 years, who actually was asked by Bo to go to the team every year and talk to them about the pitfalls that they may face with unscrupulous people that were out there. Bo had this guy speak to the team every year. Is that the same guy who would sweep something under the rug? I'm just saying some things, A doesn't match B in some of these instances. And like Darren said, let's find out who's got the most credible background, who's got the most credible reputation, who's got the most credible story, and then let everybody else out there decide.
Hey, Jim Brandstatter joins us. Jimmy, can you hang on just a quick 30 seconds with us? Take a quick break?
Sure.
All right. Jim Brandstatter right here on Woodward Sports Network. Back after this on The Hook.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Back on The Hook here on Woodward Sports Network. Tom Mazaway alongside Pilar Lastra, Darren McCarty, and our good friend Jim Brandstatter joining us. Thank you, Jim, for coming on. And we're talking about, obviously, all the stuff that's gone on at the University of Michigan.
This is a great setup.
Thanks, man.
This is a great setup, by the way.
We do all right,
I got
man.
4 pictures. I mean, this is like big time. I like CNN's going on.
We're trying, man.
You guys got this thing nailed.
Hey,
That's
smoke
how
and
we
mirrors,
roll
Jimmy.
around here.
Smoke
That's
and
how you
mirrors,
roll.
Jimmy. You know how it goes. Smoke
Jim, you got to
and
bring
mirrors.
your Michigan show. We'll bring your Michigan show here live, man. We'll take care of you.
I like it. Hey, Inside Michigan Football.
That's right.
From The Hook.
How long you been
How do
doing
you
that
like
now?
that?
How long you been doing Inside Michigan Football on the TV?
I've been doing a coach's show since 1980, so it'll be 42 years this year.
Man, you're everywhere, man.
Been lucky. I've had a great career, great life, doing what I love to do. I mean, Darren knows. I mean, if you stayed in hockey all your life and everything, had the opportunity to do that, I know that you love the game, and heck, it was such a huge part of your life. I've been able to vicariously play the game that I've loved and talk about it my entire career. So I'm one of those lucky guys out there.
You are.
I'm lucky. I'm that guy that has a job that isn't a job, so I don't work a day in my life.
That's
the best.
That's this guy right here, and then
this
I get to do
girl
the
is
best,
that
the best part, all the PR stuff with the fans and all this stuff, and talk other sports. So I followed, I followed your path there, Brandy. I like dig with chili.
Hey, you're a smart man, McCarty. Everybody knew it.
You weren't here when Jim was doing double duty. Pilar wasn't here when you were doing double duty. He'd do Michigan football on Saturday, wherever they were in the country, and then have to fly to wherever the Lions were overnight to get to a 1 o'clock football game. And you've done that. I don't know how the hell you pulled that trick off, but you did it.
There's one thing I know is you get a cab at LAX at 10 in the morning and try to get to Anaheim Stadium for a noon kick. Let me tell you, that's a little bit of a thrill for you, especially driving through the freeways of Los Angeles with a cab driver that doesn't understand English.
Oh, yeah.
no doubt,
I lived
man.
there for 16 years of my life.
Oh, did you live in L.A.?
I
So
did.
you knew LAX and Century Boulevard and
100%. I lived in Venice Beach.
Oh my God!
Hey Jim, I was lucky enough. I was lucky enough to hang with you guys back in the WJR days.
You're right there.
Yep, we did the Brandy and Bo show. I mean, to be with Bo Schembechler all those years, to do that show, and I would just call any coach, and I wouldn't even go to the PR department. I would just call the coach himself. Bo would say, "Just go get him, Massaway." So I would call up whoever, and they'd come on, and that's the power. That's the power of Bo. That's why people here can't understand how something like this could have gone on under his nose. That's the downside.
And again, the beauty of Bo, and man, as you know this, Darren, I don't know whether you ever met Bo. Obviously,
I had the pleasure.
Did you?
I did. Yes, I did.
But he was a guy, and even after he retired, he kept himself involved. And Tommy will talk to this. And again, Bo's under fire here, and we're kind of off topic, but Tommy will talk to this. Bo Schembechler was that rare human that was able to take anybody, whether it was Tom Mazaway, a producer for our show, or somebody that came up and just asked for an autograph, and make him feel like he was the only guy in Bo's world at that time. And Tommy Mazaway, I'm sure at times felt like, Bo's my buddy, because he would tell. He said, Maz, if you don't do this, you're fired.
Yep.
You know, but to Bo, that's a red badge of courage. That's like how he motivates. But he made everybody feel like they're part of his world, and that's a rare talent by a human.
Well, he created a monster because Maz skips all the PR people now and just calls right up to some. You know, he ain't afraid, knocking on people's doors and all that stuff.
And the beauty of it is, honest to God, there have been times we did the Brandy and Bo show where I said, Maz, see who we could get. We could get so-and-so. And he goes, how about Nick Saban? I said, the coach at Michigan State at the time. I said, I doubt he's coming on the show. Guess who showed up? Nick Saban.
Maz has a way with people.
Hey, that was the Bo. It was the power of Bo. And we hope things come out, Jim, and we hope the truth is heard from all different parts. We want to we want to know. We want him. We want the statue to stay up, but it's got to be the right thing. It's got to be right.
Well, and my whole thing, and Darren and Pilar, I think both agree to some degree. I just want fairness. That's all I want in how this is treated and how both sides are treated. Fairness and the fact that don't tie Bo to an abusive doctor. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know that's what they're trying to do. And Bo, in my judgment, and this goes to the heart of the whole issue, did not abuse anyone, and he did not enable an abuser, because if he'd have known there was any sexual misconduct going on, he would have put a stop to it immediately. I know that to my heart. And there are other people saying differently. And because there are two sides to this story, let's get both sides. Let's investigate statements from both sides. Not because we're trying to trash anyone from the other side, but because we're trying to get to the truth. That's all I'm asking.
And Jim, this hurts even more because there are two other guys that I care about on that program, and it's Gary Moeller and it's Lloyd Carr. Lloyd Carr, to me, that's my guy, number one. And they were there as well with the Dr. Anderson. I don't want this crap coming down now, and I'm just afraid of what the future holds. That's all.
Well, I think we all are, but again, you made a great point. I mean, Dr. Anderson there was a lot of years. I mean, a lot of players. And Pilar's point earlier about how repressed memories can change, and I don't know what has changed in the 30 or 40 years. Maybe it's the sensitivity about sexual abuse and what constitutes that. Because, again, a standard procedure, a medical procedure like the physical we got in 1970 and 71, now, in this day, would be considered some kind of sexual abuse thing. Again, that at the time was a standard medical procedure. I don't know, and Tommy, I don't know who's going to get caught up in this as you go forward. And again, only time will tell. But I hope I don't want Bo to be tied to this thing as an abuser. That's not the case. Dr. Anderson's a separate issue. He's got his own problems, and he perpetrated some things according to the people that have come out and are a part of the lawsuit against him. He perpetrated some things that were pretty awful. I know I went to him, and like I told you, nothing happened to me.
Yep.
But Bo Schembechler is not the issue here. He didn't know. I know there are people that says he does, but that's why we want to get both sides of the story.
We appreciate you, Jim.
And I certainly think that, with all the media coverage, and I feel that, people being able to go to the media first and the media being able to take their spin on it and do what they want from it before there's been any investigation that has been fully done certainly doesn't help the cause. And I think that unfortunately it's Bo who's kind of falling on the sword, and people aren't really pointing such a hard finger at Dr. Anderson. I feel Dr. Anderson's getting away with things.
I'm so glad you said that, because I just bring up one thing. History tends to repeat itself. Go back and remember this whole thing, the charge against the Duke soccer or lacrosse team.
Yeah.
They were exonerated, but yet their lives were ruined for about a year until the whole thing came out. And I just think that we can't rush to judgment. We can't convict. It's not the way it's done in this country, at least in my opinion. You can't convict and bury a guy based on because I said so.
Absolutely, Brandy. And you know what I love is I sign my book all the time. Enjoy my truth, and I have enjoyed yours, and it's important that everybody's truth is heard so that we can get to the bottom of something that we can all agree is just a devastating situation. So thanks again for your time.
I couldn't agree more, Darren. Couldn't agree more.
Hey, Jim, I got to get one more in because it just hits me. I'm sorry. How does Jim Harbaugh coach through this going forward?
Well, as a coach, as an athlete, you got to separate, man. You got to get the blinders on and say, what is my job? And my job is to play football, practice, get as good as I can possibly be, and when they ring the bell, go out and win. I mean, that's the way you've got to look at it as an athlete. Look, there's a lot of outside noise that gets in the middle of a lot of different seasons of any sport. Darren's been through it. And the way you get through it as an athlete, as a part of a team, is you put the blinders on and you say, look, that has nothing to do with how I perform in this game. I got to score more goals than the other guys. I got to stop them from scoring goals. I got to score more touchdowns. I got to get my block. I've got to make sure that my running back scores. I got to make that basket. It's not about what's out there. It's about what I'm doing at the time. And you've got to put the blinders on and remember the mission. And the mission is to be as good as you can be and win the game.
Thanks, Jimmy. We wish you the best. Say hi to Robbie for us, and stay
He's
healthy.
over here listening.
All right,
she's giving me, the high signs. Don't say that. Yes, say that.
Hey, we know you're you, man. That's why we love you.
We're
So,
just puppets, bro. There's a woman right behind. I get it. That's why we got Pilar running the ship.
It's hard because in today's day and age, anything you say will be turned into clickbait. I mean, one of the articles that I first clicked on you was on SI.com. You did an interview, and it says, in quotes, I don't want to attack the victims, but ... And, and you're not attacking the victims. First thing you did was come on the show and say, I'm not, I have sympathy for them. You understand
I do.
That. You just want the whole process to play out. So I understand where she's in the background saying, don't say that. You can't say that. Everything turns into clickbait nowadays.
Darren's right. No matter what anybody says, everybody out there knows who the boss is.
That's it.
And he ain't wearing pants.
No, he's not. No, he's
She's
not.
very pretty.
Thanks, Jimmy. Appreciate you, man.
Thanks, guys. Hey, you guys take care. Thank you very much. Appreciate you doing what you're doing.
Thanks,
Just
man.
be fair.
Absolutely.
Of course. The voice of Michigan football, Jim Brandstatter. Thank you very much. Man,
he's great.
Of course.
He's great. And
Brandy's
it's hard. The hardest part is that, until everything fully plays out. And the worst part of all this is that the other half of the party to defend themselves is no longer with us.
Right.
I mean, the majority of the doctor's not here. Bo's not here.
We all know who the bad guy is in this situation. It's the doctor. Now, if there are people around him that allowed this to go on, it's not right. We all know that, and they're just as culpable as him. And hopefully everything will come out in a wash. That's all I could do. And I pray for the people that had to go through that crap.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't.
Well, John Vaughn said it, right? It's about peace.
Yeah.
And no matter what it is trying to help everybody find their peace. And
well, and I was saying, in the interviews that we heard before we had Jim on, there were some great clips in there. John Vaughn, said that he's got peace. He wishes everybody else peace, right? He
hopes
Dr.
Bo
Anderson
had peace when he passed.
Or Dr. Anderson had peace.
No, I don't think he said that.
He said Dr.
Bo, not Dr. Anderson.
Oh, I thought he said Dr.
Don't ever. Why the fuck would you want to pelify?
Well, because I would say, well, then that's somebody. Because I would say that is somebody who's truly
a guy who
found.
abused people.
I'm gonna have to
I
go
hope
back
you're
and
in hell,
watch
burning, fucking
that.
getting shit shoved up your ass every fucking
because
minute.
That is
but that's
somebody.
personal opinion.
If you can wish peace on your enemies and people who did you wrong, that is true peace in your own heart. If you're able to say, you know what, I hope that person lives their life and rested in peace, that's literally, if I said that about somebody who did me wrong, that is me 100% genuinely thinking I'm at peace. But even, the last clip where the guy said he didn't want to use the word demand or because he didn't want to come off as he was angry.
Right.
For people to come off, to say that, I don't want to, they're not bitter about it, that they're not angry about it. Obviously, this was a terrible thing in their lives, but they've moved on, and now it just sounds like they just want truth. They just want to be able to protect this from happening ever again.
Yep.
And the only way that that happens is if people accept responsibility for what happened. That's the only way. You know, I mean, Darren McCarty, I'm sure that there was a time in your life that in order for you to get right and get into the right path, you had to look yourself in the mirror and say, the life that I'm living right now is not okay. Right? That's the very first thing you have to say is accept what you're doing and say, I can't do this anymore. Right? So I feel that the university needs to acknowledge.
Change.
Right. But in order to want to change, you have to confront your demons.
Well, here's the thing, right? When they did an independent study by the university and all this sort of came out, that was the beginning of what this started, and even John Vaughn, who said, I'm not John Doe, whatever like this. So now to me, that's sort of the responsibility of maybe them looking in the mirror, because now this isn't going to stop. It's going to pick up steam, and we're going to get the truth. So we'll just continue. As Maz said, we're just going to bring you the facts and the information.
Everyone has an opinion.
Is important. And you can, at the end of the day, we'll all try to get to a common place.
It's tough to be in this situation. That's, I feel, on both sides of the situation. All right, guys, keep letting us know your thoughts on our social media at Woodward Sports. Also, get ready to give us a call, 313-552-6322, because when we come back, it is going to be time for us to qualify another Hook listener for our promo, $25,000 kick for crypto opportunity. So don't go anywhere. Tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome to the newest Bridge Street Exchange, not only in downtown Fenton, now in the Somerset Collection. Located on the second level, south side, right next to Lululemon and Starbucks. This is where you can get all the hottest barware, or men's grooming products, or clothing, or, oh, that's what you meant. Don't forget they got some cool hats too, and it's a lot of great local Michigan-owned companies that you're supporting.
And don't forget, all under $3.
You're such a loser. But for real, take advantage. 15% off if you come in here. Tell Kevin that Woodward Sports sent you. Or stop.
Hey guys, the fine folks at Coast have been making high-quality outdoor equipment for a century, since 1919 actually. They constantly meet real-world work problems with smart, durable answers. From knives,
Put that knife down.
To flashlights, to all multi-tools, you only get the best with Coast. And us here at The Hook want to hook you up, no pun intended. We are going to hook you up with some gift certificates. So hop onto Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you follow Woodward Sports. Use the hashtag HowWeCoast. Tell us a story about why you want a $100 gift certificate to use outdoor equipment, because you're going to go, you need to cut down some wood with your knife. You want to do some other things. Who knows? Your flashlight because you can't get into the back shed. Whatever it is, hashtag HowWeCoast. I will be giving 2 away on Friday. So do it if you want $100. I'm giving it away. 2 on Friday for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Let me know why your dad deserves it. I don't know.
I deserve something.
Welcome
I'm a
back
dad.
to The
You
Hook.
deserve something. That's
I'm a
why I got
man.
my gloves on.
I'm 40.
And your dad of 3.
Father of 3.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. It is Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, June 16th. All right, friends, it is time for you guys to give us a call, 313-552-6322, for your chance to qualify to get in on our huge promo, $25,000 kick for cryptocurrency. I'd like to say it's super duper easy, but it is super duper easy to qualify. All you got to do is call us now, 313-552-6322. You don't need to answer any trivia. You don't need to do anything other than call in now. And this gives you an opportunity to have a chance at winning the $25,000 in cryptocurrency. All you'll have to do is kick a football into the back of our truck and win $25,000 in crypto.
Easy. It's easy.
Super duper easy. So just listen and watch daily on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Also, make sure that you're following us on Instagram and Twitter at Woodward Sports for more bonus chances to win. Fish.
We got someone that was fast.
Ooh. Who do we have?
He was ready. We got Rob.
Rob.
Ready to win some money. He's on the line right now. He's ready to kick a ball into a truck and win some crypto.
I love it. Hey, Rob. Welcome to the Hook.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, congratulations. You are our qualifier for today. Guys, make sure that you guys know between now and July 23rd, we will be qualifying somebody every single day. Rob, you are our June 16th.
Are you familiar with kicking a football, Rob?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. Yeah, are you a pro? Have you done this in high school, college at all?
I did it back in high school, but
Okay, good.
All right,
Really?
good,
Because we want our hook,
Yes.
we want our hook contestants to
So
win.
we're a team.
Yeah.
You're a team.
Yeah.
You're,
We're
you're
rooting for you.
officially the team Hook. We got to root for you and stuff. Pilar's made a play. She's being very responsible because we breed winners here. So glad to have you on the team, Rob.
That's right.
Thank you.
Now, so the rules are you're gonna if you get down to our I think it's a final 9, 9 or 10 people. Okay, 10 finalists. You'll have to kick the football, and it's got to land in the truck and stay.
Yeah, you got to put a little backspin on it. That's all.
So, is your strategy going to be kicking it sideways, or just like a regular football should be kicked?
I'm probably going to take a few practice attempts and then
Of course.
turn afterwards.
I like it.
Now, are you a crypto guy already?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so we'll break your.
All right.
Well, we'll break you something. I was gonna say we'll break you. I just don't want to put my foot in my mouth.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We'll break your Dogecoin
Exactly.
into a Doge.
There you go. There you go.
Thanks for calling, Rob.
Hey, Rob,
All right,
stay
Rob,
on hold.
Congratulations. Yep, stay on hold. We will get your information.
Congrats, man.
Yes, congrats. Y'all are like me. I mean, you can't talk. You went like this too.
Yeah, because half the time can't. We can all switch around. We all have moments.
No, mine is I just can't talk.
Hey, shout out to our buddy Ethan Perlman in the audience today.
Yes.
He's going to be a daddy.
Oh, congratulations,
Happy Father's Day to
Ethan. Yeah, such an exciting world you're about to enter into. And I really do sincerely mean that. I know that just kind of sounded like it was a bit sarcastic. Let me tell y'all something. I had a moment today where I thought I locked my kid in the car, and I'm like freaking out, and I was like, "How could this happen?" I'm like crying. I'm flagging this guy down. He's like, "Ma'am," I'm like, "I just need you to call the police, please. Everything's in the car. My daughter's in the car. I have my baby next to me, and I'm just looking for a rock to break a window." And I'm like, looking at him, and I'm like, "Why aren't you calling 911?" He's like, "Have you checked all the doors?" And I'm like, "Yes, I checked them all." And he was like, "Well, how did you lock it?" I go, "Well, the key fob is in there, and it's locked. All the doors are locked." And I'm trying not to cry because I don't want the baby to cry. And he was like, "Well, check the driver's door. That one doesn't lock if the key is in the car." And I was like, "Okay, thank you very much. Have a great day." I was like, "Oh my God."
All right, thanks to the Good Samaritan that talked.
And I was like, "Why did you
No
call
wonder
me 911?"
no wonder. Look at the top of the 8 Mile. Yep, I think there's water in here, diluted a little bit, but you deserve it today, girl.
Oh my God, it was a bit crazy, and that was just at 10:30. That was just at 10:30. So, congratulations, you were in for a
AM
ride.
or PM?
AM this morning.
Pilar, watch this though. Maz, give Pilar an update on how you really did lock your kids in the car.
Well, I've done.
You really did?
I've done millions of things as a father, but as a father and a mom, me and Kathy were driving our kids around in one of our minivans, and my mother-in-law had the same kind of minivan, different color. Nonetheless, we digress. We get out of my mother-in-law's van, and we go into our van, and we drive home. We were going to go. It was my birthday, as a matter of fact. We were going to go to a pool for the day. We were going to go up to Frankenmuth and go to one of the hotels.
How old were the girls?
Lily, Maddie was an infant. Abby was 2. Lily was 4. Okay. Or 5.
Yeah, I was just going to ask, may I ask what year this is?
Yeah, Maddie was young. It was like 2007.
Okay.
Maybe 2008.
Okay.
So Lily was 6. Abby was 4.
I was expecting you to say like
right around the 4th cup I won.
Exactly.
2006.
I was expecting him to say like 1975.
No, his kids aren't that old.
No, his kids are still young.
So Grandma is, we get out of the car. We get into our car now. And Grandma's still in her own car. She's going to go do some errands. So we get out of the car. We get in my van, and we drive home. So we're going to get our bathing suits and everything. We get to our house, and we're like, okay, everyone, get out. Let's go inside, get our stuff. And I see 2 kids. And I'm like, Kathy, how come you didn't bring Maddie in? She's like, no, you always bring her in.
Oh, boy.
So I'm like, go out to the car. There's no Maddie. We left her in Grandma's car, in the car seat, in the infant carrier.
Oh, my God.
Grandma has no idea Maddie's in the back seat. And she's driving around St. Clair Shores. And she's Grandma. I mean, she's not the top-of-the-line driver anymore that she used to be. So Maddie, and now we call Uncle Steve, who is a St. Clair Shores police. We got the police out looking for Grandma. I'm like, okay, we got to go here. Kathy, you go to her house and wait. You go there. I'm like, she always goes to CVS. I'm going to go to CVS and wait for her. So I go to CVS. Kathy goes to the house, and Uncle Steve and the St. Clair Shores police are out looking for Grandma in her van with Maddie in the back seat. Grandma comes home like 40 minutes later.
Still doesn't know.
Still had no idea.
That
She sees the police and us waiting in the driveway. And we're like, is everything okay? She's like, yeah, everything's fine. We open the side door. There's Maddie sleeping
of
the
course.
entire time.
That's the crazy thing, is that she probably had no idea.
No, she had no idea.
And that's what
No,
would
of
have
course she
scared me
had
the
no
most, is
idea.
because, like, the babies, they sleep in the car, and then what if she just left
She
her
just left
there?
her.
And, you know, I mean, she just left her there, ran into the store, and oh my God, this is terrible.
So that was the
makes me
first
feel-
time you did that.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah, so I can keep going, but we
Because
won't
I
right
was
now.
like-
I'll give you a different story every day if you like.
I tried to put
yeah.
my son in the car, and I was like, oh, it's locked. And then I checked the passenger. I was like, oh my God, this is locked too. And then I was like, the trunk will open. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I got to find a rock. I got to call 911. And I'm like, sir, please, excuse me. And he's like, I was like, no, please. Like, it was a hot mess. And he was very calm. And I was like, why aren't you calling 911? He's like, have you checked the driver door? No.
What's up, Fish?
So did your grandma not have a phone?
Probably not back
She
in
did,
the
but
day.
she had one, but she don't answer it. Just like my wife, she doesn't answer her phone
Okay.
either. Yeah.
Because I was wondering, the easiest thing you could do
Of course.
first before you run around is
Yeah.
call her.
Yeah, it was probably in
But-
her house. It
okay.
probably wasn't even in her purse.
Then,
or
I
whatever.
was just checking. I was just
Yeah.
making sure maybe you
Yeah, no.
didn't use your brain.
No, we
and
used it.
forgot
And
to
you
call
know,
her.
in moments like
So-
that, you just kind of freak out. You don't really use your entire brain. You just use the panic
Well,
part
yeah,
of your brain.
that's why I was wondering.
I was almost tempted to start trying to talk to my daughter and be like, honey, open the door. Mama
Maddie's,
needs you. And she's like 2 years old. All I would have done is stress her out.
Maddie's a beautiful 14-year-old punk teenager right now. She's fine.
Beautiful punk.
All because
She's
you
fine.
left her in Grandma's car.
She knows that story, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't know if this was like news to
Oh,
her
no,
hearing
no.
it on the show.
No,
Okay.
she knows.
Oh, man.
They know.
All right.
What was that, Alex?
Is this the one that was playing softball yesterday?
No.
Oh.
She played a couple of weeks ago. She got knocked out a couple of weeks. Yesterday was Abby's game, and they lost. Lakeview lost, so we've already told you that. And then St. John's boys lost last night to St. Lawrence.
Oh,
So
man.
bad softball day and
was.
baseball day in
It
the Massa
was,
Ways
it was.
household.
All right, Maz, why don't you go on ahead and hit us with your sports update?
I will. Brought to you by mybookie.ag or mybookie.com, whatever you prefer to use. They'll match your first deposit halfway up to $1,000 if you use that promo code Woodward. And if you want a freebie chance, why not try Woodward 10? Because they give you a free $10 play to try to start online gambling. It's fun. We do it every single day. Bet $5, $10. It's not going to hurt you. Give it a shot. Tigers going for the sweep in Kansas City. It's the businessman special in Kauffman Stadium this afternoon. They're in the 7th inning right now. Top of the 7th, 1 out. Tigers have just tied that game at 3-3. Willie Castro with a 2-run homer to tie it up. So we'll keep you posted. Tarek Skubal, I'm not sure if he's still in that game or not. We'll check it out for you. But the Tigers beat the Royals last night 4-3, and another great start for Casey Mize. 2 games in the NBA playoffs tonight. Game number 5. Hawks and Sixers from Philly. That series tied at 2. And the Jazz host the Clippers. LA will be without Kawhi Leonard. Suffered a possible ACL injury in Game 4. His status is, well, not looking good. For sure for tonight, he might be done for the season. And speaking of the season, Chris Paul of the Suns, they're waiting for the winner of that LA and Utah series. Well, he is out right now with COVID. So not sure if he has it or not, or he has bumped into somebody with it. But the Suns wait for the winner in the Western Finals. A couple of guys out of jobs. Stan Van Gundy, he's out as the Pelicans head coach after 1 year, and Scott Brooks out in D.C. LaMelo Ball named the Rookie of the Year. One game in the Stanley Cup playoffs tonight. It's Vegas looking to go up 2-0. They host Montreal. And on this day in sports, we bring you a base brawl. Let's go back to 2007. Just a friendly game between the Padres and the Cubs.
He notches. Oh, Derek got hit by a pitch. Might have been the steps out. Derek Lee having a conversation with Chris Young. Oh, no, here we go. Derek Lee and Chris Young. And now Lou Piniella getting in the middle here trying to keep the peace. Oh, man. We got a big pileup. Now everybody's out. Both bullpens have emptied, and some chaos behind home plate. Carlos Zambrano got in the middle of it. Mike Quaddy has him. He lost his belt, and boy, this could get really ugly.
Looks like someone ripped up at his belt and probably ripped it right out of there. Unless he wanted to use it as a maybe he used it. Maybe his dad used it on him, but he wanted to use it on somebody. And yesterday I told you Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury had their press conference. This is what it looked like. Hey, you could play it. We could talk right over this thing. This is the press conference between Tyson Fury, the champ, and Deontay Wilder, who gets his third fight. This will go on for 5 minutes and 32 seconds.
Staring each other down.
Who breaks it?
Good question. You know what? I never finished the damn thing. We can go to the end and see who breaks it. I don't know who broke it.
This was a press conference?
Yeah, this was their press conference. That is the Gypsy King on the left, if you didn't know that, and Wilder on the right. July 24th. I cannot wait for this fight. Go to the end here.
Yeah, let's go to the...
Let's see. Let's see who blinks first. Who's blinking? Here they come. Here come the handlers.
2 times. 2 times. 2 times. 2 times. 2 times.
Who's saying 2 times?
I think one of Tyson Fury's guys, because he's beat him twice.
2 times.
Yep.
2 times. 2 times. 2 times.
Who's breaking it?
2 times. 2 times.
How much time left, Alex?
Less than a minute.
2 times.
Keep going.
Keep going. Go
Fast
to like
forward that
the
sucker.
last 5 seconds.
Oh, here we go.
Nope, they're not breaking it.
2 times.
Mac, who are you betting on here?
Fury.
There it is.
2 times.
Wilder walked away.
2 times.
The Gypsy King is still standing there.
2
He's,
times.
look at him. He's still there.
Sit over there.
He's still, yeah, you're
There you
right,
go.
he's still
I cannot wait for that fight. I cannot
That's
wait
going to be a
for
good
that.
one.
See, here's the thing.
Hopefully they're not just going to stand there in the ring looking at each
No,
other.
no. Here's the thing. Because Tyson Fury's one of those human beings that accomplishes what he puts. Like, it's a different level. It's a different level about going beyond. And I didn't see that Wilder has that next level that I saw from Fury, that it doesn't matter. So I hope he wins. But I'll also, if Wilder had learned from the first fight and is able to harness his power, he's got knockout power. So we'll see how much he's learned.
Yeah.
Should be good. July 24th. Tune in.
Yeah. Good stuff.
That's a pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's one of the ones that you said, what, is a $100 pay-per-view?
Yeah, probably.
You know what? This is like one of those stories. Back when I was young, gas was only 99 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot. And back when I was ordering pay-per-view, it was like $45 or $50 max.
Now you pay that to see you two people fight.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Back when I was young, I just totally made myself feel like when my mom says, back when I was young.
Or you watch the me and Fish fight. I mean, Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. That was like me and Fish squaring off.
That was ugly. That was quick. That was quick. And then didn't Wendy Williams get it on with him after
they were
the fight?
boo-booing it up there.
Yeah.
Do
you know that, Pilar?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Lamar
I know that
got
she
up
had.
with, hey.
Yeah.
I can't do it like our boy Ryan or Monty
Really?
every morning, but hey, Wendy, call me.
Like that?
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah, they were booing it up.
Oh, yeah.
Like booing?
Like go on Instagram, look up Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
She's all over him. I was on her Twitter, but it wasn't
Then they were saying, is it to make her ex-husband jealous or whatever, but they were booing up.
She's over that already.
Like, were they just
I
having
get it.
drinks,
He
or
went
were they
tranny.
in, or
You're right?
What?
Yeah, no, the husband. Yeah.
What?
You're not up to date with your
Clearly.
daytime soaps.
Come
Holy
on.
jeez.
Oh
Am
my
I just the
goodness.
Renaissance dude here?
No,
me
no.
and Maz got
I
the
like
Scooby
Wendy.
Scoop.
She's a radio girl. Radio chick from New York.
I like Wendy too. I think she's,
I don't watch her show, though.
funny. Yeah, I don't watch her show either, but I mean, I'll watch clips of it or whatever. I mean, I like her. But what?
Yeah.
So wait, so when you say booing it up, I don't know what booing it up means. You know what?
I think they hooked up one night stand.
Yeah.
And
They did.
they shower and whatever. So that's how it was going on.
What do you mean they showered?
There was a shower thing on the something she said. I said, look in your. I don't know. I don't want to listen. I'm the guy that can't read.
Listen, she got it on with
She
Lamar
got it on
Odom.
with.
That's
she
it.
booted up.
Can I make it any clearer than that?
She was her.
Maybe she took a shower after, during. I don't care, but she took a shower with him.
I just don't even know anymore. My goodness. Well, you
Did
said
she use
booing
her-
it up.
what color loofah was it?
No, I don't care about all that. But I'm just saying, I didn't know what booing it up meant. Like
you're my
hey,
boo.
are we
Hey,
gonna-
boo.
Yeah,
my chum.
Yeah, but that's
booing it
almost
up
like
for the
friends.
night.
Like I
No.
talk to my friends
Chums.
and I'm
No,
like,
they're
hey,
more than
we're-
chums.
They're more than chums. Chums above. Chums is your drinking buddy.
Yeah, like my best friends. I'm always
Your
like,
booze,
hey, boo,
your,
hey,
the,
boo.
the booze who you're laying wood to.
Can I get us back on? Can I get us back on track?
Yes.
Here?
Yes,
Maz,
please
there was
do.
another press conference that you forgot about that wasn't in your update, and it's for none other than WSN 1 between Easy and Stick.
Oh,
and I
This
have
is
a
the
little-
big one.
I have a
For
little portion
tomorrow?
of the.
Was this
you
in
know what?
Was this in Ann Arbor too?
No, this was right
Do we
there.
have
at
the
this-
clip? Do we have that
this
clip?
sitting
Yeah.
desk.
We have that clip?
We do.
All right, you guys do not go anywhere. When we come back, we've got, wait, you two?
No. No,
Stick
Stick
versus
against
Stick it,
Easy.
stick it. Listen,
Easy.
Maz is
Happening
getting.
tomorrow.
Maz is getting.
Welcome to the
his
show,
one-
Pilar.
and it's actually on mybookie.ag.
Yes.
Yes,
you
you
can
can
bet
bet
it.
it.
I
plus
heard you
100.
talking.
I'm going on it
No,
right
it's
now.
easy and stick in a grappling, no punching, 1 to
go.
10 minute wrestling match.
one
We'll,
round,
show-
10
we'll
minutes.
take a quick
Oh,
break and then we'll
my
come back with the
goodness. All
promo.
right, you guys don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports
Is it there,
Network.
Maz?
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Hey, gang, it's Maz for our good friends at Legacy Partners Insurance. Hey, listen, if you haven't had your insurance checked lately, you're missing the boat because your insurance has gone up. I promise you that. And when you turn the TV on, you're bombarded by all those insurance ads promising to get you the best deal. But you don't get it. You need a local agent that knows the local insurance market. That's why you need Legacy Partners Insurance. They're independent. They get lots of quotes, and they make carriers compete for your business. They shop between 7 and 10 carriers for your personal. You can get your auto or home through them. Or if you're a business, they got 50 carriers for your commercial accounts, and they've been doing it for over 100 years. So you can trust their reputation and knowledge. It's a no-brainer. If you haven't had your insurance checked, get with Legacy Partners INS right now. LegacyPartnersINS.com. And the phone call is 586-209-4106. Ask for the dynamic duo, Max and Trevor. Tell them Maz sent you. I guarantee you, you will not regret it.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, you guys need to fill me in on this press conference from our very own athletes. I didn't even know we had multiple athletes. I thought Easy D was the only athlete aside from DMac. Oh, no, we got Joik, too.
Easy D's not an athlete.
Yes, he is.
He is?
Are you kidding me? Have you not seen all his grappling videos? And
I guess, if you want to call
that's
that.
an athlete.
Okay.
We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Wait, are they fighting tomorrow?
Yeah. So,
Fish. All right, Fish.
So I want to say it started on Monday or over the weekend.
Let me guess, Fish. Did it start with Easy running his mouth?
Yeah. So I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess Easy was running his mouth, and Stick got. I don't know if he got angry or whatever. Stick can come in if he wants to. I'm assuming he's watching the awesome show, The Hook. So yeah, they were running their mouth, and then they brought it up on Tuesday on the Morning Wood Show, which you can catch from 8 to 10. Talking about how it's going to go. Art was in here. They were talking about the rules and all that. And I guess it just started from Easy running his mouth, and Stick said, yeah, I can whoop your ass. And Easy said, oh, I can whoop your ass too. They both think
are
they can
gonna
beat each
box?
other.
No,
it's a
they're
grappling
strictly
match.
wrestling.
Strictly wrestling.
into jiu-jitsu. So the bottom line is
So
Stick's-
no hitting.
I got it.
Correct.
You go on mybookie.ag or .com, use the promo code Woodward, use the Woodward 10 because you're getting a free bet on this. Then go to your little search bar at the top and search WSN. Up will pop the championship. WSN 1, Stick versus Easy, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Gym. The Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Gym, and the wager will be cut off tomorrow. Actually, the 17th, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. So you have to bet till 2 o'clock. Right now, if you bet Stick, you're getting a plus 100 bet. That means if you lay 100, you win 100. Now, if you want Easy, you got to lay $140 to win 100. So he's the favorite right now.
They picked Easy as the favorite.
Easy to be the favorite.
So it's very simple. It's two
Alex,
picks.
can you put that? Did I see heavyweight title? Is this a
Well, Stick's
heavyweight
200 pounds. Stick's 200.
soaking wet?
No, he's 200.
Yeah, Art
Or-
said
hey,
he was
you know what?
140 and Stick got angry. And Stick
Listen,
said, hey, give some respect on me. I'm 198 or whatever he said he was.
HR department, which is also the boxing wrestling commission around here.
WBC,
right?
WBA.
Our ranking is Stick is a heavyweight no matter what he weighs, right at the top. And again, it should be interesting. I will be there to report live. I'm going to get some video for the show to make sure that live it's going to go down.
Where is this going to happen?
At the dojo down the road.
Yeah,
Okay.
Allegiance Gym and is
Yep.
it Sterling Heights?
Allegiance Jiu-Jitsu Gym.
Are we allowing spectators or
No, this is
No?
Woodward Sports. It's going to be, I think Alex, did they figure out were they doing an IG Live or were they going to figure, you were asking
Fans
for
here are going to be the ones stuck in the studio working to prepare for the show while you guys are off watching
Oh,
this thing.
it took him like 3 weeks, but then he finally had a Maz moment or an Easy moment. Hey, guess what? At the end of the day, what happens? You end up in the ring, right? You end up
There
in the
you go.
ring, and as we agreed, this is more of a alpha situation.
Oh.
Who are you going for, Maz?
Here-
Do you hope Stick
Oh,
just...
I want Stick to destroy him.
I want Easy
What do you
to
mean
win.
by
I
destroy
love,
him?
I
I want
love
him to destroy
Stick.
him.
Like destroy like
I
how?
want to knock his teeth out.
Like
I don't want him to mention it. I don't want him to talk another freaking word. That's what I want.
Nice.
Easy is so nice to everybody. Oh, he does a smile.
I just want to take his arrogance a little bit back.
Thank you.
That's all I want.
Did we not just say I knew exactly what this is, and this is just a peg knocker.
Yep.
Well,
Because
this
here's
is
the
what I
thing,
fear is going to
and
happen.
here's the funny thing, right? Because Stick knows that he's got to take care of it. Because if not, guess who's next?
Oh, my
Adam.
God.
Right,
Oh,
and then not for Stick. I'm saying like that we're
No,
all the
we
same.
won't be able to live with freaking.
Listen,
we won't be able to come into
at
building
the
if
end
you
of the-
lose.
listen,
if
at
you
the-
lose, I'm not coming in.
I know, man. This is for Bruce Lee. I'm doing this for Bruce
I
Lee.
know. You guys don't understand is like when Stick, when we put the Irish in there and of why we're doing it, you know, you might as well, everybody go watch Snatch and watch the Pikey.
That's right.
All right? That's the Pikey right there. So
Well,
he's
and
got to
then-
figure it
Like that.
out. He just, hey, I'll be over there. I'll be counting it down. I'll tell Stick when it's 2 minutes. Then he's going to attack like a baby tiger.
2 minutes. If Easy don't end this in a minute and a half, it's over.
So,
It's
have
over.
you ever grappled?
Listen, that's
or
what
do you-
I said.
Okay,
Stick's
so
gonna
Stick-
run him for 2 minutes. What I'm
Okay.
saying is, Easy's gonna be so out of gas that he's gonna actually like suffocate.
I'm
He's-
nervous he's going to tackle Stick. That's what I'm nervous about.
Are
Well,
you?
so
that
he's actually-
that's the gazelle.
Right.
He's got
But
his
Stick-
longer limbs. He can go left and right and
Stick
over.
is informing us Stick, you
Yes.
actually have some wrestling background.
Yeah, whenever I got cut from the basketball team, I always wrestled because all you need to do to make a wrestling team is have a weight. That's it.
So when was the last time that you actually wrestled?
Like in an actual match, or just like in general?
Yeah, well I mean, yeah.
So like,
other than
ninth
two
grade?
2 days, or other than the.
That's the thing. Like, I grew up with me and my boys are like brothers, and we damn near killed each other all the time wrestling, and like, you know.
Okay, but when was the last time you did? Because I mean, sometimes like, you know, I used to.
You didn't see the video. You didn't see the video from last weekend.
No, I mean, I'm saying I used to run cross country when I was in high school. If I was to try and run long distance right now, I'd probably pull something. So when was the last time that you wrestled, even a playful wrestle? Not in the bedroom, but like a, you know.
I mean, if we're talking bar fights and stuff, the last real legitimate bar fight I got in was 2 years ago, and I knocked 2 kids out.
But you guys aren't hitting.
No, and I did that because that would end the fight very quickly for Easy. I'm giving him a chance by choosing his domain. I'm going into his house because if this was boxing, if this was MMA, and I got to kick him and sweep his front legs and stuff, it would be over in 10 seconds.
Even though he's got that for him. He's trained a little bit in that.
He has a white belt with some stripes on it. This is
that means
his
he's
domain.
a beginner, but yeah, he's a beginner.
That's fine, and I'm okay with that. But, you know, I wrestled in 7th, 8th, and 9th grade.
Okay.
And that was the last time I was in, like, a sanctioned event. But on top of that, DMac knows, like, if you're with the boys, you're messing with each other. And I actually called my best friend yesterday, and because our rule was you don't tap. Like, I would rather be choked out, unconscious,
you'll
than
pass
tap.
And I was gonna say, I
you
see
can never.
your
No, you'll end up. Guy
your
turning red.
personality is he's gonna have to just suffocate you.
Yeah.
For you to tap, because I don't see you tapping out. You're a little too stubborn from what I feel
Listen,
like.
I heard Joik a little while ago, and he hit it on the head. Stick has so much pent-up anger from the last 6-7 months being here, trying to get this thing off the ground and all the stuff he's got to go through in the back, that he is going to just take care of business for all of us
Easy
tomorrow.
doesn't understand like
That's
what
it.
he's doing for all of this. Not only it's going to bring him a little bit more, hopefully, you know, down a little bit, and Stick's going to get this the aggression that Joink's talking about, which Maz is, because of COVID, is doubled. So it's like a year and a half of pent up.
And I'm a different person when it comes to like fighting and sports and stuff like that.
The
Like,
arena,
I'm a nice
the
guy.
dojo.
I'm a cordial guy and all that. But you cross me and I will fucking
I can
murder
tell
you.
that about you.
Yeah.
I can tell that about you. You know, but it's more of you don't like people getting up in your face. You don't like people.
Period.
Yeah, it's
just
a
disrespect. I'm a very
Yes.
I'm a very rigid guy when it comes to respect and all of those things, and you know that's where majority of my bar fights
He's
have come
chirping
in.
you right now. Remember when
Easy's chirping this
when
whole
Ben
damn time.
Askren was like, I used to box in high school with my friends.
Yeah, and Ben Askren looked like Easy compared to me to Jake Paul. Did you see that lineup yesterday? Easy was right here. So, and I even have some inside information from Easy's coach because I went to high school with him.
Oh.
So I've been doing my research. I've been doing my due diligence, and
even his coach is against him. That's all I got to
no,
say.
he thinks Easy has a chance.
Oh, he does?
He really
Yeah.
does. But
do you think Easy has a chance?
Oh, I do think he has a chance. I do think,
Yeah.
and that's why I chose wrestling to at least make this interesting and to get myself a little adrenaline in me. Because, like I said, if we were just putting on headgear and sparring, I'd kick him
Are
right in
you
his
going to
head.
wear headgear just to be safe?
No,
I'm
not even
nervous.
I'm not wearing a
for
shirt.
you. I'm nervous for you because I don't think that you've been training like he has been training.
Dude, he hasn't been training for shit, man.
I know
he's been in the gym like 3 times in
know.
the 8 months that I've known him.
I know, but he is, he is a, well,
Yeah.
Fish.
Whatever.
What do you have, Fish?
Put your mic on, Stick. Put your mic on, Fish. There you go.
I was getting too
Start
excited.
again.
We got Mikey TikTok, who sparred with Easy last Friday or 2 Fridays ago, whenever it was. So
He was
is here.
submitted inside
Are you
of
fucking comparing Mikey TikTok and Stick?
No, but he's gonna give you a perspective
Mikey
of
Arms?
Easy.
Go
Okay,
ahead, Mikey
and
Arms.
I saw
Mikey
Mikey
Arms.
on social media right now saying that Easy has no cardio ability.
He doesn't.
Okay, Mikey TikTok.
Go ahead,
welcome
Tick.
to the hook.
Can you guys hear me? Well, I just got in here, so so let me tell you this. I did Taekwondo for about 5 years. I competed on a national level. I was a gold medalist, silver medalist in state, and I haven't mentioned that for shit. 2nd degree black belt. Easy immediately walks in here and flaunts that he went to 2 classes at Allegiant 6 months ago, right? I got about 15 minutes of training. I've had hip surgery and ankle surgery in the past 2 years. I also have a 130-pound disadvantage, and I'm 5'9". So I was destined to lose, and I admitted that, right?
Come in here.
I was destined to lose, and I admitted that. And now that I'm in here on my phone, I was destined to lose, and I admitted that.
Should I just?
Yep, just hang up.
Okay.
Hang up the phone.
So I was driving in here. I had to get in here. So I was here for a very long time, and I never mentioned the fact that I was a second-degree black belt, the fact that I went and traveled in tournaments. So I wasn't expecting.
When
to
you
be
were like
easy.
5?
No, this was like probably. Oh, I was older than that.
You know
So
who
I
you
wasn't
are?
just
You're
doing that.
Daniel's son. Daniel's son.
Yeah. And so
Thanks.
Stick, here's the thing people are sleeping on, is Stick scares the shit out of me, and that's why I'm glad I'm cool with him. Because I know he would, like, murder somebody. And I know he would, like, murder somebody. So that's the thing with Stick, is as someone who's faced easy, and I'm going to admit it, he beat me, but I only had to last a minute and a half before
He didn't beat you. You didn't tap out. He puked.
He puked. He got me on a couple takedowns. I managed to take him down with one move that I learned in a week of wrestling in high school before I started decided to do football. It's the most, Stick knows what I'm talking about.
See,
It's
here's the thing.
It's the takedown.
Listen.
You thrust your hips into his head. That sounds weird, but that's how it's done.
No, but understand this, right? So I want everybody to know this, right? Like Stick has explained that he's put it in a medium where at least Easy has a chance.
Yep.
But the fact that going in, that Stick, if you don't listen, he's doing his due diligence with his friend, taking all the information, and because my man there is going to go in prepared, and he's not going. He knows what to watch out for, and he's not saying that. He's saying he's not going to get beat because he's not going to allow it to happen, and I believe it. I don't think because Stick's got a gear that I know. I don't think Easy's got that gear.
I got my money on it already. MyBookie.ag. Use Woodward as your promo code. Even better, use Woodward 10. It's a free $10 play. Then go up to the little search bar, put in WSN, and it'll pop up. Easy minus 140. Stick plus 100.
Adam put $1,000 on me.
Good for Adam.
Oh, Easy.
Here you go, Easy.
Easy.
Try not
what-
to suck on it. Mikey, how many times you tap out before I puked?
I already admitted that you bested
He
me,
said he
but you
never
didn't
tapped
tap.
out.
No, he admitted to
He
losing.
said he didn't tap
8
out.
times in less than 2 minutes.
He said he didn't tap.
8 times in less
He
than 2
said he
minutes.
didn't tap.
But guess what? End of the
Did
day,
you
it
tap?
doesn't count because he quit the match.
He
the
did
timer
tap.
was
I
still
saw
going.
him tap.
I didn't see him tap.
Man,
I
it's
did.
not
I
supposed
saw.
to tap. What
I
do you
saw.
mean?
I saw you tap.
8 times in
Yeah,
2
I saw you
minutes.
tap. That's okay.
I'm giving you 2 minutes, Stick.
I don't care. How's the epicenter? That's all I care
8
about.
and 0 is a lot different. Did you tap, Mikey, or did you not tap?
He said yes.
I tapped, but he didn't finish the fight. The fight's finished.
It's over when you tap. Those are the rules. But those are the rules. When you go like this, that means you quit.
That's okay.
And the rule is, in my house, we don't tap. I would rather get that fuzzy feeling and pass out before I tap. I will let this dude rip my ligaments from my arm before I tap. That's
And
just how I was raised. Like, there's
Easy,
nothing
do you
else I
tap?
can do.
Dude,
And
it's
that's
like
what
Drew
worries me.
McIntyre in a
Easy,
hurt
do you
lock.
believe in tapping?
Yes, Stick's never been in an armbar. If I get Stick in an armbar, I would put $1,000 as man taps.
There's
This
no
shit,
way
that's-
you get Stick in an arm bar.
I have video of Easy tapping right here.
What is? Oh
okay.
yes, that's on.
Can you send it to Alex,
Hey, it
please?
doesn't matter what happened
Or
in the
just hold
past.
it
It
up to
only matters what happens
What's gonna
tomorrow.
happen
That's
tomorrow.
it.
Maz, I
That's it.
like it.
So-
Wow.
That's it.
Clark, did you just see that? Maz was just talking
Yes.
about the present
That's
and
right.
the future and
That's right.
tomorrow
Not
instead
living
of
in
the
the
past.
past.
I just wish I could bring
Back
Bruce
in
Lee back to life.
83,
That's all.
Marciano knocked
And I
out.
was never talking shit or anything like that. It's, there was
You're
there was
always
the,
talking
the,
shit.
The WSN fight night.
Are
thing
you
came
breathing
up.
right now?
Wait, stop.
Wait,
guys.
are you breathing?
You see, I'm not. You see. This,
Wait a minute. Are you
these guys-
breathing?
Everybody
Yeah.
pushes
Okay,
you
that
to
means
talk
that means
shit.
you're talking
That's
shit.
what
WSN
happens.
fight night
If
thing
you're
came up.
breathing, you're
No,
talking shit.
everybody just like I feel like is always like chipping at you and chipping at you and chipping at you, and then they
You're getting
push
to be
and
him.
push
You're getting to
and
be close
push.
to him on my
No,
freaking.
they
Well,
do
you're
that.
You're
They-
getting really close
but
to
that's
easy
what
territory.
they do. They just push
That's
and
all I gotta
push
tell
and
you.
push and push and push.
They
and
feel
then
my
great.
God, I feel like
that's
I'm
why
home
you
listening to my
win.
wife.
Quick, look, James, take the mic from me.
That's what I'm saying. No, just like if I could just mute
Matt.
everybody and then just let the man talk. What's up, Corey? Do you have breaking news?
Yeah, I got some quick breaking news.
Who's got fired now? Who's got COVID?
Nope.
Who blow out his knee now? Go ahead.
The Lions have signed former Michigan quarterback
Shea Patterson.
Oh, what? You know
The
what? Cool?
BC
No,
Lions
hold on.
of the Canadian Football League, that
That's amazing.
You know, I would have been like, it would have been great if he would have come in here. I was expecting him to say, like, the Lions have signed former Michigan quarterback Tom Brady. Now that would have really been awesome news.
No, the guy they're going to sign is still out there, right? We've been rooting for him to come on in here.
But
the
Pilar,
running back.
Don't feel bad for Easy, and this all started because he was
Gurley.
chirping. Do you think that I initiated this at all?
Yeah,
I don't. But I think happened was that other people were chipping for him at you.
He backed it up. He's the one who said that he
Because
could
that's
beat
what I
me.
say. Like they push him, push him, push him, push him.
So you're
Finally, he's
saying
got to be
Easy
like,
can't
that's
think
it.
for himself.
No, I think
Can't fight for
everybody.
himself either.
No, I feel. No,
Well,
I
no,
feel that
Easy's saying that he
everybody.
can.
Carajo, es que ustedes no dejan que nadie hable aquí.
Sí.
Listen.
Ay.
That's what I say. Yes. I feel that
I got my bet on
he
you,
does
Stick.
think for himself, but the problem is that everybody pushes and pushes and pushes and pushes for him, and then finally he's like, fine, I'm going to have to go settle this. And that's why I want Easy to win.
So you don't think that Easy makes it easy? You know what that makes it easy because he puts himself there?
Because he's so nice. Look at that
Oh,
face.
is that
he's
what it
always
is?
smiling.
He's so nice, or he likes to
Double dimples
stir the
over
pot.
there.
He's a covert pot
Just
stirrer.
because he's
This
cute
all
doesn't mean
stems
he's
from
freaking
art,
nice.
And we all know Art's a pot stirrer. He asked, he's like, "Oh, you think you take stick?" I'm just answering honestly. That's all. And the thing is, like, these everyone
Again, you see, Easy needs Brandstatter's wife behind him, telling him what to say and what not to
The
say.
loser of this
came
fight
out.
should have to fight Art.
That's not even fair.
No, it's a reward. It's like ice cream. Stick, it's like
I
ice
think that
cream.
at the end of all this, you guys should both tag team Art because Art's got such a big mouth.
Tag team Mark is a big mouth.
Art instigates all these fights that you guys should both beat him up.
I just gotta say, I'm looking forward to this.
Hey, good luck,
honestly.
guys.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
My adrenaline's up.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
ready
see
to
you
go.
tomorrow.
So
DMac will
tomorrow
be
you
there.
guys
I'm
gonna do this
parlaying Stick
live on our
and,
social media
and Vegas
or?
tonight.
I'm
All
doing
right,
The
what
Vegas
time?
win with Stick.
I'm doing Stick in the over minute and a half tomorrow.
What
Stick
I
in the
love is
over.
that we're up on my bookie. Like, that just makes it.
Yeah.
I never thought in my life someone would be able to bet on me fighting. And I'm not going to let you down, folks. I'm not going to let you down.
That's
Waste
amazing.
your money, you're stupid.
All right, so what time?
2 o'clock tomorrow.
2 o'clock tomorrow. All right,
Allegiance
Fish.
Gym.
I have a question. Is there like a official or a ref? Is like anyone regulating
Art's-
this? 'Cause
Yeah,
Art's-
the coach.
Art's the ref.
Oh, great.
But it's kind of like original UFC
Rigged.
rules. Like,
Yeah,
you
Don
just gotta
Fry.
tap.
Don Fry. Somebody's going to walk out of there bloody.
So what's going to happen is that basically, in order for this to be a fair fight at the end and no questions as to what happened, somebody's going to have to be
Unconscious.
knocked out. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Somebody's
No,
going to
Easy will tap.
Easy said it'll tap.
Easy will tap.
I won't.
Wow, that's crazy. You guys
Stick
never
won't.
rambled ever in the city.
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Yes, I have.
Never jujitsu.
What did my boy say yesterday? When
What
I said,
is
what's the
wrong?
rule?
Hey,
We
do you
was
not
born-
listen
we
when
was
I
born as
talk?
babies.
Okay.
What did he say? I couldn't hear him. What did he say?
My boy, we grew up with the rules you don't tap, and my mom would freak out because my boys would choke me unconscious, and we'd choke them unconscious, and I threw a kid over a railing when I was a kid. Like, this is how I grew up. So,
Right.
and
Boys will be boys.
That's right. And I'm ready to do it. And thank you, Easy, for challenging me, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to shut your fucking mouth.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Okay, Fish, your final thoughts.
Yeah, well, this is not about the fight. On the Baligian Bo show, this is really for you, Stick
11 to 1.
11 to 1.
11 to
yep.
1 on the Woodward Sports Network. Art called out Juicy Jeff to be on the undercard. Do we know if that's happening? Did
Juicy Jeff?
Juicy Jeff reply?
To who? Who's Juicy Jeff going to fight?
Art. Art called out Juicy Jeff to be on the undercard of the Stick and Easy
No,
fight
Jeff
tomorrow.
don't want his face to be ruined.
Yeah.
No, get out of that
And
fight.
what
It
if
would
he is-
probably be grappling, so same thing as Stick and Easy. And Jeff just did that last Friday.
I don't know. You'll
he
have
did?
to ask the
He did
morning
that
show.
He did that with
All right,
TikTok.
we'll have to find out.
Exactly. That's
What
the
time's
morning
the morning
show.
show, Mac?
8 to 10.
There you go.
Fish?
Right.
8 to
Wood.
10. What Stick, the guy sitting over there, is on
I listen
the
to it
show.
every
He's
morning when I'm
got it
doing my
up.
prep.
All right, guys. Well, best of luck tomorrow. We're looking forward to this. I just want to see a good, clean, honest fight.
I
right,
don't.
boys?
I don't.
Did you guys see the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder stare down? Yeah. 5.5 minutes. Finally, Deontay left, and he's still standing there, the Gypsy King. There's the Gypsy King right there. His name is Sam Day.
Oh, my goodness.
I cannot wait till tomorrow.
Me
I
neither.
can't wait for Darren to show it to me on video. You got to have the phone up. You got to have
Stick, I
FaceTime.
love you.
FaceTime.
And if it was anybody else, I'd want you to win. But I just feel like Easy always gets put in these situations by everybody else.
Don't let him fool you. He's fooling you.
No.
Don't let him.
I always open my mouth when I speak with honesty. And the fact that people don't like it, then there's always allegiance.
There you go.
No, there's accountability to your honesty. You're allowed to speak your truth, but if your truth pops up to somebody else's truth, then there's accountability. Hence, you end up in the ring.
I told Joik Bell I think I can tackle him, and I admire Easy for saying that about me, that he can beat me, and that's what it is. It's self-confidence. He should have it. What's he supposed to say? No, Stick can beat my ass? No, he should have confidence in himself, but he gonna learn.
Well, if he should have confidence because he says he can kick Bruce Lee's ass, and if he can't get by Stick...
He ain't getting by Bruce Lee, because Bruce Lee will whoop my ass.
See, there you go. So this is the Bruce Lee buffer.
Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Well, best
Not the
of
Bruce
luck.
buffer,
I
Matt,
can't
the
wait
Bruce
to
Lee
watch
buffer.
this tomorrow,
This
2
is the
p.m.
best I can
Eastern.
do. I'll take it.
Live. What?
Maz wanted to be an announcer.
Oh, Maz, you should be the announcer.
I can. I got to prep for the show. I'd love to otherwise.
Yeah, that would be.
If you guys didn't do it during the time, I would have been
Although
there
I
in a
feel like
minute.
it would be very biased.
No, it wouldn't.
Yes, it would. Yes, I know you. I feel like yes, it would.
It would be listening to Homer broadcast.
It would be. It would be.
It would not.
All right, guys. So make sure that you're tuning
love
in.
Easy.
Oh, yes. Easy's getting his fucking head chopped off. Go ahead, Stick.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Stick.
Exactly
sorry,
what would
supposed to be
happen.
neutral. Oh, Easy's coming for right hook. Oh, good right. Oh, Stick. Great right hook. Stick. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to be neutral. Stick.
Yeah.
Good right hook by Stick. I feel like that's what you
That's good. That's good, Fish.
All right, guys. Make sure you tune into that tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern.
We're not even off the 3 o'clock sheet yet.
I know. So we're going to move things along, all right? Tampa Bay.
We need a timeout
race,
first.
And I'm setting it up, dude.
Okay, go ahead.
Tampa.
I knew what you were doing.
Thank you. Tyler Glass now is blaming what on his injury? We're going to let you know when we come back on the hook
On the
on
microphone.
Woodward Sports Network.
Be on the microphone.
Goodness.
You don't fumble the ball at work. Hey, Joik Bell, Sean Baligian. See you guys next weekend.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, Bell's soft. Wait till it comes to New Zealand.
So what's up? My name is Sean Baligian. Glad to be a part of Baligian and Bell every day at 11. I'm the guy that gets pissed off at all the stupid sports fans out there.
What up, though? I'm Joik Bell here on the Baligian and Bell show here at Woodward Sports Network. Tap into the energetic Sean and the calm, smooth Joik Bell.
What's up, guys? DMac here. Happy hump day. When am I here? Don't tell me what, tell me who. And there's people behind this 8 Mile Vodka. Not only that, award-winning 8 Mile Vodka you can find in any Myers everywhere and at your
Where?
local bar. Any Meyer everywhere.
My gosh, Tom Hathaway.
8 Mile Vodka, born in
Well, he
Detroit,
was good
distilled in
yesterday.
single
Just wanted to be
90-liter
good
batches
today.
for optimal quality control and care.
You
And carbon
shush.
filtered, aerated, and bottled at the perfect time to produce a subtle taste with smooth finish and character all its own. As you can see, Pilar dipped in earlier in the show. She was having a rough day, but she is responsibly. She's walking home. You too, like I said, Meyer or any bar there. But if you do drink responsibly. Nice.
Welcome back to the Tom Mazurek.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
the
Were
hook.
you saying something?
Yeah.
That was a Shanahan number. That was number 14, this music.
Oh, that was 14.
That's a Shanny.
That was my number on Deal or No Deal.
You want to hear? That's right. You want to hear Max? Here's 25.
I don't even
I like
understand
that
what all
better.
that means, but
Well, that's
all
the
right, guys.
number
The
of
number
each bet.
of the
Of
one,
each-
like,
each
so
bet.
if you press 20.
Are you on the mic? Why can I
No,
not hear you?
because
when
Fish
you're
doesn't
on
put
the
his mic up. Fish is the boss
Play
of the mic.
Serenity now, please.
Oh, God, do we ever need that?
What are you talking about? I don't even know what you guys talk about half the time.
Fish, can you put that all the way up for a minute? All the way up.
Serenity now!
Thank you.
Serenity now!
God
need
rest
some
your soul,
serenity
Mr.
right
Seinfeld.
now.
Mr.
All right,
Costanza.
guys. Let's talk some MLB. So, Rays pitcher Tyler Glasnow is blaming baseball's new rules on his injury. He's blaming his UCL injury, partially torn ulnar ligament and a flexor tendon strain on the new
or
rules.
otherwise known as his elbow.
Have you ever hurt your ulnar nerve?
It's your elbow.
It's right here. It's a tiny little
I know.
cavity right here.
It's a pain in the ass.
There's a little.
It's a pain in the
here,
elbow.
and the ulnar nerve goes through it, and it'll
Nice.
make these two fingers numb.
I'm
Have
just
you
trying to
heard
make it easy for you.
I'm sure I have,
Have
Plug.
you ever heard it? These two fingers can go numb. All right.
I heard those
let's
fingers
play that.
without hurting my elbow.
Let's play that video we have from him.
But I 100% believe that contributed to me getting hurt. No doubt, without a doubt. I think like it's ridiculous. I have used sticky stuff before. It's ridiculous that like it seems like this whole public perception of like, oh, it's just like select few of people. Like your favorite pitcher probably 50 years ago was using something too. Like if you felt these balls, how inconsistent they were, like you have to use something. So in the past, my like substance of choice is sunscreen and rosin. Like just nothing egregious, something to where I can get a grip on the ball so it doesn't feel dusty. But 2 starts ago against the Nationals, I went cold turkey, nothing. And before that start, I remember when all this stuff came out, I was talking to people and talking to doctors, and they were like, the thing that maybe MLB doesn't realize or that players don't realize is like, what is the injury, like, what is the prevention of, like, maybe it'll add to injuries. And in my mind, I was like, that sounds dumb. That sounds like an excuse a player would use to make sure he can use sticky stuff. But I threw to the Nationals with nothing. I've never been, I don't use sticky stuff I don't use spider tack. I don't need more spin. I have huge hands. I spin the ball fine. I want grip. I did well against the Nationals, probably one of the best starts I had all year. I woke up the next day and was like, I am sore in places that I didn't even know I had muscles in. Like I felt completely different. I switched my fastball grip and my curveball grip. I've thrown it the same way for however many years I played baseball. I had to put my fastball deeper into my hand and grip it way harder.
Man.
It's a great point.
Now listen,
Yeah,
when he put that out, the texts and the tweets that came out were, oh, so I guess you were always cheating, was the words that were coming out of people's mouths. Because as he said, he always used stuff to grip, but he says I didn't use spider grips. I believe the guy.
Right. I mean, he says he likes to mix in sunblock
and rosin.
with his rosin. Right. But I mean, we had this discussion earlier, right, before our show. If the speed limit is 75 and you go 80, most of the time, you know, cops give you that 5 mile
right.
over the speed limit, you know, unspoken rule. But if you get pulled over, he has the right to give you a ticket for the 5 miles that you went over. And I feel that, and some people don't like it. They're like, it's only 5 miles, blah, blah, blah. But the rules are the rules, right?
You're right. But I think the point of the matter is here that people didn't think about to the fact that, you know, it's always been to a point, but what is the injuries?
Mm-hmm.
Are injuries going to come because guys have to change their grip? Like, these are things that a question that this was important because it brought up is like, oh, never really thought of that because you do it the same sort of way every time. It's like if I tape my stick and then I didn't tape my stick, well, the puck on my stick's different. The friction of it, how I shoot it, it comes off different. So there is something to it. Maybe there's something that Major League Baseball has to come out with that's approved by everything and say you can use this and only this and put it next to the rosin bag or mix it in so everybody uses it.
Right.
That's all.
And I feel that would be a better solution other than, you know, nothing. Just your rosin bag and that's it, right? Whatever's in that, that's it. You can't add anything else. Because to me, I believe that the rules are the rules, and I believe the laws are the laws.
We know
and I know you know that because I believe you follow the rules. And if you don't follow the rules, that's fine, but you have to know that if you get busted for it. So you're going to tell me that all this time you were practicing mixing something in with something that was approved, and then you're going to come back and say, well, now I have to change my pitch. Well, you should have only been driving 75 miles an hour because that was the approved speed limit. So now if driving a little bit slower is going to mess things up. Well,
all he's saying is they shouldn't have done it when they did it.
I agree.
Keep playing the video.
I had to, instead of holding my curveball at the tip of my fingers, I had to dig it deeper into my hand. So I'm like choking the shit out of all my pitches. My cue I used to use with Snyder was hold the ball like an egg, like nice and loose, be loose. That's out of the window. So I now have to develop a new cue. I have to develop something where I can't hold the ball light anymore. I have to dig it deep into my hand. So I'm taking it, and you have to think, I'm not a doctor. I know you guys probably know that. But I'm taking a fastball. I'm squeezing the ball twice as hard. So all of this is I'm recruiting all these muscles, and I'm taking my arm as hard as I can, throwing the ball. So I'm going from like a flexed muscle to letting a ball go. And like I said, I was like, maybe it's not going to, I don't think it'll lead to any injuries. But waking up after that start, I was like, okay, this sucks. Something is weird here. And then that same feeling is persisting all week long. And then I go into my start yesterday, and that same feeling just, it pops or whatever the hell happened to my elbow. Like I feel it, something happens. And I'm sitting out there just like, you got to be fucking kidding me. The whole day yesterday, I'm sitting there trying to get a grip on a ball. And I'm not trying to blame anyone. I'm not trying to say like, oh, this is all MLB's fault. Like they got thrown into this situation too. They're doing the best they possibly can to navigate around this. They're trying to make this fair for people. I understand that, but you can't, whether you want us to not use sticky stuff or not is fine. Fine. Do it in the off season. Give us a chance to adjust to it. But I just threw 80 something, 70 whatever innings. And then you just told me I can't use anything in the middle of the year. I had to change everything I've been doing the entire season. Everything.
I think that's a great point. Yep. Phenomenal point is that don't do it now, because if we have to change and agree with it, but let's finish out the year to whatever it is. And I think that it's one of those things that we've always seen, and even talking to our friend of the show, Len Henning, yesterday, who's reported columnist for Detroit News all his life, and even that he said guys have used it for so long. So now it's something that it's going to cause more injuries, maybe because of what this Glasgow says is relevant, injury wise. They're throwing harder, more 100-mile-an-hour pitchers, also more guys getting hit.
They're going to get hit, sure.
Yeah.
But what do you think that the hitters would say about this? Do you think that the hitters...
Well, the hitters take advantage. The hitters take advantage too. They put pine tar on their bat. Some guys put it up higher than you're supposed to. Obviously, back in the day, George Brett got called out by Billy Martin of the Yankees. Hey, he's got too much pine tar, so he gets a game-winning home run. But wait a minute, measure that bat. They measured it. They took the home run away, and George Brett went nuts and crazy. They later had to take it to court and let him replay that game, the last few innings. The Royals wound up beating the Yankees anyway. But I digress. Anyway, so the hitters get plenty of opportunity to do their thing. Sammy Sosa, I showed you this day in sports about 2 weeks ago when he had cork in his bat.
Yeah.
So there's always, people are always trying to take advantage of the system. That's all I'm saying.
I think that too, it's also so difficult because, like Tyler said, the MLB, it's not really their fault. They're just trying to make this right for everybody, and they came under pressure and fire so fast that they said, okay, fine. The rules are the rules. Here they are. You can't use anything. That's it. And then, which I feel is the right thing to do. But then now people are getting hurt on both sides of the ball, both the pitchers and the hitters, because the hitters are now getting, the batters are now getting hit with these balls.
Well, here's another guy that's outspoken. His name is Trevor Bauer. The guy says, hey, if you hit a home run against me, you could showboat all the way around the bases. I don't blame you. But he is an outspoken guy, and he had this to say about the sticky stuff.
All right, Twitter, let's play a fun little game. Is this legal or is this illegal? Let's try it again. Here it is. I squeeze the ball. Is that legal or illegal? Vote below.
He uses the same crap that Glass now uses. He uses sunscreen and rosin, and that's what it does to the ball. So, you could look at it both ways.
That one was great.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
I
like him a lot.
He's a Cy Young winner.
Yeah.
I love him. I like a guy that talks his mind.
Yeah, keeping it real. You do you.
So what do you vote? Is that legal or illegal?
I think it's legal. If I was a hitter, right, I want whatever the pitcher has more control with, no matter where he's throwing, right? Because I can adjust that and don't have to worry about getting hit in the head by a 100-mile-an-hour fastball.
Tom, do you think that that's legal or illegal?
I think it's legal, and he's been using it for the entire time.
The ball's
yeah,
sticking.
well, it is what it is.
That's real sticky stuff.
Put that microphone on, Ethan. You're a big baseball fan. I want to ask my baseball buddy, Ethan Perlman. Now, you're a baseball guy. Put that mic all the way up to your mouth. Do you believe Glasgow? Do you think they should have waited? And how about Trevor Bauer?
I mean, I think this should have never come into question to begin with. It's been happening for years. So it really should have never become an issue.
But it is, though, even though, I mean, just because they've been turning a blind eye to it, is it right? Just because they've been turning a blind eye to it?
Is it right?
Then why don't they just
no,
change
it's-
the rule? Why don't they just change the rule and say, well, we've been turning a blind eye, so fine, everybody use whatever you want. Put Gorilla Glue on it. I don't care.
I have a feeling they're not going to change a rule to you can use it. Are they going to try and like say, okay, these products are good, these products are bad? Probably.
Mhm.
Is that going to affect what the players use? No, they're still going to use it.
Now, Ethan, back in the day, was a Tigers bat boy. And for a long time. And he's
4
got, I mean,
years.
we could have him on and you could do a whole show with some of the things that he had to put up with in that Tigers clubhouse.
Well, we're going to
what they had to
definitely
do.
have you back on.
Did you see any of the Tigers pitchers? They each have their own idiosyncrasies. Am I correct?
They do. Have I ever seen one of them specifically use? No. Now, were there some that were very overprotective of what was at their lockers? Yes. Scherzer being one of the biggest, and he actually cussed me out my first day working there because I touched his shoes when I was supposed to go clean them.
Yeah.
So there are those players who are very overprotective of any product or anything that is by their locker. That you go near it, they are automatically going to get on you about it, whether that was your job or not.
How about Justin Verlander?
No, surprisingly not. My few interactions with Verlander, one was really negative, but the other few were very positive, and for the most part, nobody asked for anything that was illegal in the game of baseball. We did have a few guys ask for a dip, which we're not supposed to give out, but you know.
That's for sure unwritten.
But I think you're saying a lot of the guys are very sensitive about being around their personal items and what you touch and what you see. I think it goes back to what we saw Tyler Glasnow saying. Some of your favorite pitchers are using this stuff. Like, everybody uses it.
Well, there's the concoctions also that they make at the college level that no one's going to know about because these kids are making them in their dorm rooms.
Wow.
And he worked for the Bowling Green baseball team as well, so he kind of knows the ins and outs. Mac, you want anyone poking around in your locker?
I don't care.
There you go.
That's because you were an honest
Got nothing
man.
to hide.
That's it. I got
That's
nothing
it.
to hide.
All right, guys. We are up against the end of our show here.
Can't believe it.
I know.
Mac, we're going to have to push our Stanley Cup stuff to tomorrow because
tomorrow.
it deserves a segment of its own. I
Yeah,
know
we're
today is the anniversary of the 1998 championship.
I got one quick thing to add about the Bauer thing.
Yeah.
He quote tweeted the video, he said, and he actually ran a poll, and 79% of people said no, that it was not legal, or no, that it was illegal. And he says, if you said trick question, good job. This was created by mixing sweat and rosin together. No other substance was used, no sunscreen, no pine tar, no firm grip, no
Just
spider
sweat and
tack,
rosin.
just
Yeah,
sweat and rosin. So question, as you can hear and see, the ball is quite sticky, but I used a legal substance.
Wow. Good one on that, Alex.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So, Mac, congratulations on your anniversary.
Yes.
I wanted to
You
tell
know, it was
that.
supposed to be about you today, but then Easy and Stick stole the show.
I'm used to it. It's a good thing I got 4 anniversaries, Plar.
We got to get you golf in.
Well, that's what. Just
Let's do it.
throw up the golf. Just don't even do the intro.
It's the
Just-
U.S. Open.
I know. Man,
Oh my-
shut the fuck
let
up for
him
me.
do his segment.
Jesus Christ. U.S. Open this week. Torrey Pines, obviously. So we put up there, we're going with our boy Bryson DeChambeau, plus 16. Patrick Cantley won a few weeks ago. Usually the U.S. Open, it's the length, but you got to keep it in play. So Webb Simpson, former winner, plus 5,000. Mark Leishman, plus 8. And Phil Mickelson, you got to put him plus 8. Where'd Maz go?
I don't even know what just happened.
He's left. He's gone.
He left.
He quit.
I don't know I don't even know what happened. All right. So we're gonna.
and
we're
also
gonna
too, before I forget, tomorrow. So we're gonna show you, but tomorrow we're gonna have Calvin Johnson and Rob Simpson here, former Lions, talking. We'll talk some football, but also to cannabis. They're Primitive Company, and my Darren McCarty brand. We're doing appearance at the Greenhouse in Walled Lake. We'll be talking about that tomorrow. We're doing that appearance on Saturday at noon. So More to talk about.
Great show tomorrow lined up, that's for sure.
We do. And I got Vegas tonight. That's all I know.
I was gonna say, all right, let's get to a quick round of who you like. You got Vegas. I don't know what's happening here. He's probably betting the house on somebody.
Maz likes New York Yankees, the Indians, and Mets. A plus 224 parlay. That
Parlay, there you
tells
go.
me that they're all big favorites. But
All right, Alex, who you like?
I like the Vegas Golden Knights, and I like the Philadelphia 76ers.
All right, Fish, who we like?
You like the Thursday Night Football, everybody. You like Rabbitohs over Broncos. And I'm going to Europe for North Macedonia over Ukraine.
All right.
North Macedonia, by the way, are going to get their ass kicked, so I would advise you not to bet that. But because it's their first time in the Euro competition, I'm going to take North Macedonia.
All
I
right.
just wanted to give you
Perfect.
an opinion of why I'm picking them and choose Ukraine.
We'll take it.
So.
We'll take it, and we appreciate it. All right, guys, thanks so much for sticking around our show today. We love you guys. Thanks for hitting us up on our social media at Woodward Sports. Big congrats to our qualifier for the $25,000 Kick for Crypto promo that we are running. Rob, we have full faith in you. We want you to make us proud, so start practicing. All of our qualifiers, you guys start practicing. Easy and Stick, thanks so much for swinging by. Y'all, be sure that you check out their fight or their grappling match or pillow fight, whatever this is going to be between those two. Whatever it turns out to be, pure chaos.
that's what I want.
2
Alex,
p.m. Eastern.
Pilar and Maz in a pillow fight next.
That should be the
Yeah,
undercard.
there you go. And also huge thanks to Jim Brandstatter for joining us. Great interview with him today. For Fish, for Kennedy, who's been manning all of our social media at Woodward Sports, for Alex, who always keeps us honest, for Tom Mazaway, I don't even know where he ran off to.
How'd you get rid of him like that? That was
DMac.
You know how many people are going to be calling you after to see how you did that?
Right? I'm just saying. Happy anniversary,
Thank you.
DMac. I'm Pilar Laster. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody have a wonderful night.
Deuces.
As Draper said today, we can't wait to hand the cup to Vladimir Konstantinov in the wheelchair. That will make everything we've worked for worthwhile.